What up, what up, what up? I need that sports encyclopedia. U.S. Steve Kim. Got Trent in the cut. Yeah.
Where you at, man? In the gym shooting, I'm Durant. You ain't shooting John Moran.
Darnell is the Ball State legend. I'm the Warren Central High School legend.
I'm proving with a reliable source, straight from the mouth of the horse. Smitty and JB and Smitty from West Coast to Yost.
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
Better stay in your lane. Hop into
you are fucking insane. Dude, what? You just will not give this guy his flowers. What is wrong with you?
Oh, you must have thought I was a bitch.
I am him. You's not it. What's the topic? When's your logic when I probe? Big Komodo, how it's talking.
You gotta get back to letting the baby cry a little bit to see if they can soothe themselves.
That's a bar.
Issues get pressed so fast it don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled the gap.
I identified him after his third fight, and I said that guy should be a star.
I'm so proud of the show, bro.
The gas, Smitty and Jason Brown.
Coach JB show.
What up, what up, what up? We are back in the building, live in the studio. Right now, here, we got a special guest in studio, chilling with us all day long. We're here. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Strap up your hard hat and your work boots. Get ready to go. Smitty and I on the realest show on planet Earth. We got a loaded lineup today, loaded show today. We're going to break down all things real. So subscribe to our winnable.com/slap picks today. And then download our Discord, Slap Nation. Go download the Discord app, Slap Nation. Find us right there and get both things. 2 for 1. 2 birds with one stone. Winnable.com/slap picks and Slap Nation are. Is that a commercial? Is that us? What up? Man, we on the show live. 1 second. Hey, it's the realest show on planet Earth. We got security at the door. Give us 1 second. Listen, let's dive right into it. Antonio Pierce's wife files for bankruptcy for owing over $28 million, which Antonio said he would pay back. Now they're going after everything he owns. Will he basically coach for his life this year, proving to Mr. Davis that he is worthy of a long-term contract that will pay him generational wealth to cover up for these mishaps? Or will this be the end before it even begins? Let's dive into it. See. All right. Hey, we're in the studio. It's ghetto style. It is what it is, but fuck it. No, bring me the mouse. Yeah. We got issues. We got security and shit. We in the hood. I don't think people understand. We're in the hood, and we got a guest in the house. We got our homeboy Cisco.
What just happened just now, though, at the door? During your intro, we heard the ding ding.
Motherfucking security, dog. They saw a black guy and a Mexican, and then a Mexican and a black guy show up at the door. How ironic.
That was cool when you came in by yourself.
No, they actually wasn't. They had to sign in, give blood, give sperm, all that
because
shit.
The bucket hat, they probably thought, he was like, he one of them white dudes.
Yeah.
He one of them.
I got I'm white today. I got the boat shoes on.
You white every day,
The
JB.
Sperry's. You don't know about these.
I know
Every
about
day
the
on this
Sperry's.
show, I kill Smitty's shoe game. Nobody knows about these. These are Sperry's.
Those shoes make your feet stink, though. I'm
No,
gonna
they
be
don't.
very
I
clear.
have the greatest hygiene on planet Earth. We got a lot to dive into, Smitty. Jesse said he saw Cisco at Legends. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, he's here. He's here. It's crazy, though, that a Mexican and a brother, or he was mixed, might be Puerto Rican, came to the door looking for a brother and a Mexican.
Ain't that crazy?
That's y'all, people. Shit, don't look at me.
I ain't see no
motherfucker.
brother
I'm
over there.
white. That was. He was a Puerto Rican. He was sitting on the left.
It's not, exactly. It's not a brother.
Cisco, motherfucker had nappy hair.
Oh, hell no.
Shit, I don't know the Mexican.
This the most racist show. This motherfucker just said he had nappy hair, so he's a black man.
Rican, no? Nah.
This motherfucker said he had nappy hair, so he's a black man.
Yeah, nappy hair.
You understand we in person right now, JB. I can put hands on you.
Yeah.
As long as you understand that. Let's keep it flowing. What's going on, Chad?
Here we go. Fix audio. Sounds like you scuba diving, homie.
Keep the show going. I'm about to get out the comments.
Smitty don't know what he's doing on this thing. Let's dive into it. Let's get right into it. Quote of the day brought to you by betonline.ag. Head on over. What up, man? The real Coach JB here for the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty. We got a proud new sponsor, of course, for the second part of the year, and that's BetOnline. Continue to be your number one source for all basketball wagering needs, including pro and college hoops throughout the year. March Madness is here. Join us every Monday and Friday with Jeff Nadu as we will pick them and up-to-minute odds, stats, and trends. You can follow your favorite team's path to the playoffs with in-game live betting, contests, and all the best player props. Experience the world's best wagering platform anytime from your desktop to your mobile device. Head on over to BetOnline today. Become part of the team and remember to use promo code BELIEVE, BLEAV, for 50% off plus welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline, where the game starts. Peace. That was horrible.
Here we go.
We're in the building, man. Appreciate everybody joining us. We're back in the studio. We had to get back here. We haven't been here in weeks. It smelled like straight badussy when I walked in.
Smells?
Well, it's still, I cleaned it out. Lucky because I was the one that got here early.
You're also the one that got the reason why it stink, motherfucker. JB brings hard-boiled eggs every morning to the studio.
Hey,
He's two of
we're in
them.
the realest show. Let's break down something.
Let's break it down.
Let's break down what's going on here. So I'm driving here, an hour. I leave at my house right before 4 in the morning. Okay. No complaint. I love doing it. So I get up, bounce, get gas. Some hood cats walked up. I almost had to smoke them. I get in the car, roll out. I decided to think about it. We haven't been here in a few weeks, and I'm like, we had a couple internet issues. So I said, let me be proactive as the head coach and the leader. So I said, let me call AT&T. Smitty, go ahead and tell them what happened. What was wrong when I did call them?
My name was spelled wrong. They had me spelled like Darnell, Danell. Yo, I'm not gonna say email loud, but JB's email, instead of saying having coach in it, it said Coats, like my coats. You know, it was Coats in
By the way,
email.
time out. Cisco's here. Wait till he comes on the show. Because a Mexican took down our information when we signed it up. And that is exactly, I'm talking to Cisco right now. He knows I am. Just take white people shit and translate it to Mexican shit, and that's what you get. Coach would be Colts.
But JB, you also, when you set up the Wi-Fi, I don't think you were as organized as you should have been. You didn't write down the login, the account number. You were on the phone. You were spazzing out. You was cussing. You was mad.
Everything's right.
You wasn't organized.
By the way,
I blame you.
The shit is all correct. The problem is on their end, the Mexican, MESSICAN, wrote it wrong. So when I try to log in, guess what? The email's wrong because it's spelled Colts 12, not Coach.
Why are you putting your business out there right there?
It don't matter. My email's online. They can email me. They email me all the time.
Right.
Then your name was spelled wrong. It's Darnell.
Yep.
And so all the login information's fucked up.
I blame you as the leader of the show.
Bottom line,
as the coach.
Long story short is the internet was shut off. Luckily,
it just got on.
Luckily, I paid the bill. BPS paid the bill late. It took 30 minutes for them to turn it on. And then I drove here and it was on. Boom. And then Bailey's up and running. Bailey got the show up and running. And bam, we got it going. Hey, because we would have drove out here for nothing. We'd have been on our phones in this motherfucker. That's just what it is. So I'm just saying, it is what it is. Real truth. You can't get no real information. You could Google me and get what you think, but just don't believe everything you see online. Trust me. I don't move that way. But let's get to the quote of the day. Brought to you by betonline.ag. We got a real one for you. I used to think I had a lot of friends. Now I realize I just know a lot of people. I'm just saying.
That's a bar.
That is a real quote, by the way. It's a quote I use with my coaches and players all the time. You motherfuckers all think you have friends.
So I'm not your friend. Cisco's not your friend. Jeff Nadu's not your friend. Mama Chase not your friend. None of us are your friend. Tank, nobody.
Why you say Jeff Nadu?
I'm just naming people who I thought were your friends.
Well, I'm asking. I'm gonna throw it out there.
All right.
Do you know and understand the difference between a friend, acquaintance, a partner, and a homie?
I don't.
There's a difference. I'm just telling you, friends are very far and few between. You probably really truly have, maybe I would say, and you're young. So this is my point. You think you have 20 friends.
I got 20 friends.
I think you have 2 friends and you're cool with 20 people. I'm just giving you a little free game here today. I'm just telling you. But anyway, we'll break it. We'll dive into that later because I know Cisco probably thinks like me because he's older and he's Mexican. Yeah. So like that's what I think.
Everything comes down to like he's Mexican. Like no matter what it is, he's Mexican. That's the reason.
Contrary to belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks and use the promo code CoachJB. In school, you are taught a lesson and then given a test. Mm-hmm. In life, you are given the test that teaches you the lesson. Contrary to belief. Damn, I'm dropping bombs today.
It might be your best day.
Why not every day?
This right here, this is your best shit. It's your best work, JB. It's your best work. You ain't never said nothing like this before. Not back to back. Not back to back.
He does this every other day, Cisco. Tomorrow I'll have a shitty one, and then Friday I'll be back good. Poll question, Smitty. Let's dive right into this poll question because Antonio Pierce was my lead in. That's a buddy of mine. Cisco used to do a show with Antonio, who's here today live. And listen, we grew up together. Compton. He went to Paramount, went to Mount Sac Junior College when I was at Compton College. We all kind of drug through the mud at the same time. Know his wife. They've been together a long time. Is this season make or break for Antonio Pierce?
Yes, it is.
And we already know why. This is what's out there in the news. $28 million deal going on for a bankruptcy. They put out people's business. I don't know why. But go ahead, dive into it.
I'm going to say yes, it is. But like even out, like forget this. To me, it was make or break even before this news came out.
Even though they signed him on an interim basis.
Exactly.
They signed him as the coach.
But again, there's still a lot of questions out here about how he will be as a head coach. We understand last year he ended the season off leading that team. It was good energy. Crosby, the leaders of that team, loved having him around. But
we're asking 2 different
but he's
questions.
still unproven.
But let's
no. That's the same question. I know why you're asking the question. We see it right here.
That's what I'm saying.
We see it right here. But I'm telling you that even beyond this, I think it's make or break.
But I want
my answer.
I know, but you need to clarify for the fans what you and I are actually meaning make or break. I don't think it's just coaching. We're talking.
You're saying make or break from a financial, actual lifestyle and money. Well, yeah. I get it.
I don't know his pocket. I ain't pocket checking.
I don't know his pockets either.
Do you think he has 28-30 million on him? That's my point. I would say no, just on GP. I don't know if he has 30.
I had to look and see how many years he played and what he made. But
what I'm saying, not a lot of people can just fork out 30 mil and just keep living. I think he
wouldn't pay it all at once though, regardless.
Yeah, but I'm saying he's living for his future livelihood, in my opinion. That's not only does he want to win coaching. Mm-hmm. I believe now he has a bigger picture in hand as to why he has to win. So there's a lot of stress on this man.
Additional pressure on
year one at the Raiders, by the way, which is probably what you could argue, Cisco, when we bring him in. Probably the Cowboys and the Raiders are probably the 2 most Steelers.
I think Steelers, but they're one of them like
merch,
right.
Persona,
fandom, yeah.
Niners is up there, maybe.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying it's a lot of stress on him for multiple reasons. So I would say it is make or break, but probably for more reasons than just coaching and winning games.
For sure. I mean, I think, having this out now and it's public information, everyone knows, I think, it just adds a ton of just unnecessary pressure. You know what I'm saying? Again, I think he already had a ton of pressure just from a football standpoint. Now you're asking, adding your livelihood into it, and in this, being in the background throughout the entire season. I think it might be tough for him to just focus on the main thing because he got real life stuff going on at the crib. So it'll be interesting to see, how this plays out. Obviously, that's your guy. You grew up with him. I'm supporting him as well. I always support the former players who get opportunities to coach, right? And I watched him as a player, growing up, now seeing him coach. And I love everything, about him that I see from a character standpoint, from a leadership standpoint. Everything you hear from the guys in that locker room is all positive. So I'm just hoping that can lead to wins this year, and that will lead to just, longevity in him coaching, which will lead to an increase in money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? It's all connected.
No doubt.
You got to win. So
let's dive into the show, Smitty. I didn't introduce all the topics. I'll do that so Bailey can get them up for you. So, woman from Compton. I saw this lady's picture, and I'm like, I told Smitty and Bailey in the chat yesterday, I go, fuck, I think I know this broad. She accuses JJ Redick some 20 years ago of calling her the N-word. We're going to dive into that. That's a hell of a topic in debate. Knicks trade for Mikal Bridges, reuniting the Villanova national championship team. All big three were there at Villanova. Now they're back in New York. Jalen Brunson said, wow, on a tweet. Jalen will be coming on this show. Jalen Brunson will be coming on
big
this
four,
show.
Shoot.
Now they got a big four. Yeah, that's crazy. So that's going to be an interesting topic. Who won the Knicks trade? We're going to dive into that. The NCAA approves unlimited coaching staffs for college football. I'm going to break that down in totality. We got to talk about that. Smitty and I were talking about it last night. The Bills hire a woman as a fellowship coach. We're going to dive into that. But Smitty and I are here. No intro needed today. We're here and live in person. Smitty, there's also rumors out there because today is NBA draft.
Yes, it is.
NBA draft is tonight. Where does Bronny go is the number one question. Because it's LeBron James' son, not because he's good. Let's be clear. Number two, there are a lot of things happened yesterday. The Knicks traded Mikal Bridges. Houston also traded back picks to Brooklyn. So you got some draft picks being sent back because Houston apparently is involved or interested in trying to go after Kevin Durant.
Right.
Where you at with this whole thing that's already happening every year? This is just like the NFL. People are going to make moves before the draft day. Tonight's the draft day in the NBA. This is the biggest day on the second largest or biggest day in the NBA. Championship, and then it's draft every year. Who you got winning the Knicks trade last night? Because you got rid of Bogdanovic.
Yeah.
Got Mikal Bridges. And now today, we're going to see probably leading up to the draft today, you're going to see a lot of trades going down, and we'll keep ESPN on the ticker and other places, Twitter and everything else.
I think the Knicks want to trade. Mikal Bridges is
because they were boysing together and have camaraderie, you think?
Number one. Number two, he's a baller. I don't think a lot of us watch the Nets because the Nets weren't amazing last year, but Mikal Bridges is a bona fide hooper. He's a guy who can score on any place, on the court, get to the rim, mid-range, 3-point. I don't know what the man's stat line was this past year. I'm sure we can find it and look it up easily though. But the guy he's a guy who can drop 30 any given night and you wouldn't be surprised. He's a guy he's a selfless. I'll call him a star, not a superstar, but I still call him a star in this league. But again, he's someone who doesn't mind, taking the back seat for Jalen Brunson, taking the back seat for these guys
because of his time in Phoenix.
Exactly. In order to win, so I think they want to trade. The Knicks are already on the up and up, and now you add another very important piece to the puzzle. Yeah, you gave away some draft picks, and in long term, maybe the Nets end up flipping those picks into future stars, right? And they end up building their franchise kind of the way OKC did years ago, and then how OKC looks now. But in the short term, and then right now, look at this squad, man. Like,
what they give up? I want to Bailey. I don't know if you can pull it up. I don't have my keyboard here, but what did they pull up?
It was
what did they give up?
I think Bogdanovic and then 4 first round. Here we go. Yeah,
4
unprotected first round picks and a protected first round pick.
4
Bucks, and then and it was more, and there's a pick swap in a second. This guy's a hooper though.
Nah,
he's a hooper.
Durant.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
4 first rounders? I did not know that, homie. That's a horrible trade. I'm going to tell you right now.
But they don't always. I mean, just because you first round, the draft. They're saying this year draft the worst draft maybe ever. So
that's
4
why
first rounders don't not mean anything.
But that's why you keep those picks. You got to keep assets. There's no way you get rid of assets. Listen, we'll never know if they're trying to win right now. But to me, Mikal Bridges isn't a fucking household.
You still got Julius Randle over there as of right now.
I get it, but Mikal Bridges, 4 first rounders for him. Mikal Bridges,
yes,
come on, dog. That's not. That's
how I know you don't. So I know you don't really watch this cat for real. That's how I know you don't watch him.
He's not KD, homie. By the way, so let me ask you something. You're going to give up 4 first rounders for a guy that's not even your best number 1 guy? He's not going to be the number 1 guy. You got Brunson, Randall. You got Hart. This guy's not even your 3 defense intention. So you got all these motherfuckers.
He's your number 2.
Say the name.
He's your number 2.
Say DiVincenzo.
DiVincenzo.
So
I was wondering what you were just saying.
I was just fucking around. I'm just saying.
No, you couldn't say it.
This guy's not your number 1, dog.
He's your number 2.
He's not even your number 2.
He's your number 2.
He's not your 2.
He's your number 2.
Julius Randle's your 2.
No, he's not.
Come on,
and I love Julius. Double in the making, but the guy can't stay healthy.
This guy's
and the guy's not a guarantee. But it's the reason why they give these picks. These guys watch the game.
I wasn't even ready to argue the thing. I didn't see 4 first rounders.
They're trying to win now.
6, actually. 6.
6 total picks. Yeah,
think
the pick
about
swap
that.
in the second
6
rounder.
Picks,
They're
dog.
trying to win today.
He's not the guy you win with today.
I'm not worried about no fucking picks that I don't know about. That's a roll of the dice. I know what I'm getting from this cat. I know what type of player he is. I know what type of walking bucket he is.
6 picks.
So if the Knicks go to the
NBA,
NBA,
6 first round.
I didn't say that. I'm saying we don't know what the picks are going to be regardless. Next year, year after that.
That's why you keep
roll the
assets.
dice. So forget all that. I'm trying to win now. The Rams a couple years ago, they said, we're trying to win now. We're going to get OBJ. We're going to get all these kids. We want to win Von Miller. We want to win now.
You hear the name?
Forget what we give up. The Lakers gave up Julius Randle, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball. The list goes on and on for Anthony Davis. And what happened? Got a fucking ring. Now, you can say now you wish they wouldn't have done it, but you got jewelry. So that it made sense. If the Knicks make it to the NBA Finals, so where they haven't been since when? The 90s when I was fucking a baby? It's going to be a win. They're in the East, JB. They don't need to bring a KD on board. They don't need to bring a fucking LeBron James on board. A piece like this out East can be crucial.
Can we repeat the names you just mentioned that everybody traded for?
For the Lakers?
No. The fucking names you just yelled in my ear about, homie.
I said a lot of shit.
You said OBJ. You said Anthony fucking Davis. Are you going to compare legendary stars to Mikal?
You don't even like OBJ. Don't try to flip it now.
He's old now.
Don't flip it now.
I'm just saying. When they traded. Mikal Bridges?
Bucket.
Smitty just be talking to say
Bucket
shit.
getter.
Smitty just want to yell and shit.
Bucket getter,
This
Kyle.
motherfucker said 6 picks for Mikal Bridges is good. You better never fucking run an organization, homie. God damn. Oh, my God.
So when the Knicks make to the East Conference
Smitty, you
finals,
pull down your pants,
what
motherfucker. Pull down your pants and bend over for these motherfuckers.
Then what happens?
Give me that. Take the ass.
Major
Take the
pause.
ass.
The fact your brain even went there tells you the type of guy you are.
Pause.
Type of guy you are. The fact that your mind even went there. My mind can't even go there.
Take my shit.
Where your mind just went.
Go away to
You got a jailbird mentality. I can tell you've been locked up. Your mind's on a whole nother path right now, JB. You like that type of freaky shit.
Yeah, I have. Shit.
Freaky ass motherfucker. He's a fan. Freaky
All right,
ass.
Let's dive into it. You got it.
Let's go, man. Up next, man. Woman accuses JJ Redick of calling her the N-word when she was working for Duke. I think she was there 03-04. JJ was there from 02 to 06. We got the tweet up. I can't put a StreamYard back up, JB, so I can see. I've only been called the N-word to my face by a white man once in my life, and it was on the campus of Duke University while I was doing work with the basketball team. And today, he was named the new head coach of the Los Angeles Lakers. What a world. Listen, it's a lot here to unpack. I'm gonna start with this.
Start with it because it's racist. It's racial.
It's race. It's racial.
Racial involved.
America loves a racial conversation. This woman has 3,000. I think it's like 4.3 thousand followers now.
Yesterday she only had 3.
Right. Exactly. And this tweet blew up. She probably didn't think this tweet was gonna blow up.
20 million.
And never 23 million last time I looked, JB. Listen, is she lying? She's telling the truth. Let's keep it all the way real. None of us know.
No.
We were not there.
Exactly.
Based upon the energy around JJ Redick when he was in college and the kind of the storylines of kind of how he was at that point in time, would I be shocked if he said it? No. But to his fairness, I don't know. So I'm not going to claim he's right, wrong, she's right or wrong. The issue at hand is that, again, it's been about 20 years, and now it's getting brought up to us for the first time. But at the end of the day, I don't know who she told that day on campus. I don't know if she went to the coach or went to the administration or went to the AD and said something. We don't know because it was 03, 04. There was no social media. There was no Twitter. There was none of that. All she's doing, if she is being honest, is telling her truth on Twitter. Like we all go to Twitter and put whatever we want to put out. So I can't necessarily bash her for putting out her truth on Twitter. She didn't know the shit was gonna go viral. She didn't know the shit was gonna just blow up. We go to Twitter. You go to Twitter every day and put out all types of shit. All types of. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I can bash her.
Go ahead.
It's 20 years ago.
So don't bring it up.
Don't bring it up.
All right.
Why are you bringing it up now?
Because he just got fucking hired in her city where she's from. So it came to her mind.
You love skipping over timelines and shit. You love skipping over chronological things that have happened in the last fucking 10 years.
We'll break it down there chronologically.
And with this man, was he not working at fucking ESPN, the most visible network on planet Earth? Was he not there the last fucking 5 years as an analyst? Is that not how he got this Laker job? So where were your tweets at when you were at ESPN, homie? Where were you at, lady? Where was your tweets at when you were on a podcast with a black man named LeBron fucking James? Where were those tweets at, homie? See, you want to skip over all this shit. Listen, I told you on this show that I think JJ Redick's a bitch. I don't like him. I told you this motherfucker when he came out with the plumbers and the firemen and all that shit. I said I lost all respect for this motherfucker. When he first started on ESPN 2 years ago, I said I liked the dude. He was calling Stephen A. out. Then he started talking about the old school shit, and I'm like, hold up, dog. You're going to disrespect the forefathers who set this fucking foundation for you? A role-playing shooter off the bench? So then I lost respect. Then you go on ESPN, you get all this name and notoriety, and you become the head coach of the Lakers after doing a podcast, with LeBron, after being on a network that's super visible and large, and then the girl comes out. Now bring her bio up, because I'm going to break this down real quick. Big stepper. So that to me means I'm a clout chaser.
No, that's not what it means.
All right, but I don't care. Rosecrans maid. Okay, well, I'm Rosecrans maid.
Did you click on that link?
Time out.
Did you click on that link?
Yeah.
It's a venture capital company.
But Rosecrans maid, homie.
That's the name of the fucking shit. But I'm just saying it's a venture capital company.
Okay, you're gonna skip over the fact that it's a street name.
I'm just letting you know what it is.
I know what it was.
All right, cool.
She made her street name in Compton. By the way, is the largest named street in Compton. It is synonymous with gang banging and Crenshaw Boulevard. Okay, Rosecrans and Crenshaw are two national visible known streets or boulevards.
Yes.
NWA made both of those probably famous. And just all of Rosecrans, where I grew up, is pretty much every single hood on Rosecrans is a blood neighborhood. On Alondra, a street up, it's all Crips. And if you go to Crenshaw, you have both. And Crenshaw runs from Torrance and PCH, from the ocean, all the way through downtown South Central LA, Inglewood, and all the way up. So I'm just clear. By the way, Rosecrans to Crenshaw, one runs east and south, one runs north and west, just so we're clear. The other is they're probably 20 miles apart. Okay. You cannot say that you are Rosecrans made and then Compton native and then say Crenshaw made.
Where you see Crenshaw made at?
It was on her shirt. It's on her shirt.
She has a Crenshaw shirt on.
And she also on her, if you pull up her Twitter, homie, it says raised in Crenshaw. You said it last night. We had an argument. What do you mean? Now you're going to act like you don't remember the argument?
I responded to you. I responded to your audio. I'm being honest. We really show up on Earth. I responded to your audio message. I didn't go back and fact check you.
What does it say on the bottom down there?
You.
No, homie. What does it say on the bottom of her fucking thing?
Houston, Crenshaw, Chicago.
Houston, Crenshaw,
as locations,
Chicago.
Yes, as locations.
Crенshaw's not a location.
I'm just telling you what it says, JB. You asked what it said. I'm reading it.
I'm telling you. She is absolutely full of shit. And listen. Did he say the word? We'll never know, like you stated. No doubt. I'm saying, why you bring it up and not? Why didn't you bring it up on ESPN? Why didn't you bring it up on the podcast? How can you be Crenshaw made, Rosecrans made, Compton native, Houston, Chicago? The broad went to Howard and then Duke, and she's a Laker fan and a Niner fan.
What's the
I don't
point?
know a Laker fan.
What's the point?
She's fake. What do you
This
mean?
motherfucker's
She
crazy.
has no validity.
I'm a Colts fan. I'm a fucking Lakers fan.
I don't care.
I fucking support the Pacers.
You're not from LA.
I live in Indianapolis.
You're not from LA.
I play football in Muncie, and I live in LA.
Not from
Now
LA.
what?
You're not from
Now
LA.
what?
You're not from
Now
LA,
what?
homie.
You lived in Kansas. You lived in
Cisco,
fucking
he don't
Texas.
get it.
You lived
He
in
don't get it.
Compton.
He don't
She's
get it.
moved around,
This
obviously.
motherfucker-
What are you
Cisco-
talking
this
about?
motherfucker will never
That's
get it.
common sense.
Homie.
That's common sense.
You don't claim the Rams and the
Stop.
Niners. You don't claim the Lakers and the Niners. If you from LA,
You can
homie,
do what the fuck you want to.
you from
You
Indiana.
do what you want to.
You can
My brother, Julian Jackson, who came to your fucking house, is a Lakers fan and a Niners fan. Born and raised in LA his whole fucking life. Point blank period. On fucking Slauson. Point blank period. Ain't no ain't no
Never heard of it.
You not a fan of those
Never
things.
heard
That
of
don't mean nobody in LA is not
no,
a
it's
fan.
not.
Make it make sense,
Let's
homie.
go. His homie,
Homie.
must be the only cat
Homie.
that likes the Niners and the Lakers
Homie.
that's from LA. There's a goddamn, you're out of your mind if you think all those things are going to be on there. So wait, she from Houston, lives in Houston?
She probably lived there,
Okay, and
JB.
Chicago.
She's a career woman. She probably didn't been around.
Oh, she's a social impact pro.
Right now, so this is the definition of just like being a hater, though.
It's not a hater.
Because like we're not even discussing the
I'm
actual
hating,
topic
homie.
at hand.
I'm hating, but this broad
you
is
got
mad
this
that the guy
woman's
got shot.
bio on right now, and you're breaking down who she's a fan of, JB. You're not breaking down the fucking tweet, the conversation about Reddit.
We already did.
You got the fucking.
We already broke it
We're
down.
spending 10 minutes on Halima Nash's
Yeah.
bio and who she's a fan
because
of,
we already
and you're
broke it
using
down.
that to card for you never met the woman in your life. You ain't talked to her, you ain't DM'd her on Twitter. You're reading her bio and calling her fake. That's worse than what motherfuckers do to you every day for watching a Netflix documentary and judging you.
We already broke down the tweet, homie. We both agreed. We don't know the truth. So what? So wouldn't you want to dive into it and do a fucking investigation? See, that's what's wrong with you young motherfuckers. You just jump to a conclusion and skip over the fucking investigation. How about we investigate why she wrote a tweet 20 years later? How about that we do that? That is when you dive into her fucking shit. Okay, now what's on her bio? I'm a big stepper, Rosecrans made, social impact, Compton native, Laker fan, 49er faithful, Howard University, Duke University, Houston, Crenshaw, Chicago. That screams a lot of shit to me. I'm going to do a little deep dive into this broad. All right, now why are you claiming what you claim 20 years later? I just broke it down. Why didn't you do it on ESPN? Why didn't you do it with LeBron James podcast? Now I'm going to deep dive into her shit again. She got a Crenshaw hoodie on. She got Houston as a location. Crenshaw, which is not a location, it's a fucking street. And then Chicago. So I'm like, okay, what's really going on? That is what you do. You do investigative research. So that's what we're doing. That is the discussion. The debate's already over about the tweet. Nobody knows if she said it or not. What the fuck we talking about here?
Agree, disagree, JB.
No shit. Because that's what you motherfuckers do. Young motherfuckers. It's crazy.
On to the next. What we got next, JB?
Hey, can you define social impact pro?
Let's move on. I'll bring her on the porch and I'll ask her.
Fuck that. Bring her on this show.
She don't want to join now.
Exactly, because she's too fake.
She don't want to. She felt disrespected now.
No, you felt disrespected
She
for her.
felt disrespected now. What we got next, JB?
Felt disrespected for her.
What we got
ass.
next? What we got next, JB?
Right here, Smitty, you got the narration.
Listen, y'all. Next up,
Fuck.
I ain't want to go to
You
this.
got to. You're the narrator though.
We're gonna go this a little early.
Whatever producer put in there.
Go this a little early. And we're supposed to wait till 7 for this, but fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
What you say?
Are we?
Yes, you are. That's you see the fucking.
Well, then let's do
you see the breakdown.
Yeah. Let's do this.
You ain't paying attention. You ain't locked in.
Okay, let's do this then. We'll stay on this Reddit thing.
Let's do it.
We'll just ad lib it.
Let's go. Anyway, let's move on. Let's move back to NBA.
Okay, so
We'll
let's
look
talk
at
about. Let's stay on the Reddit thing.
Yes.
Since she's bringing up this Reddit thing, I think it's good conversation, healthy conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you. There's tweets out there, Smitty, going out about his resume. We showed yesterday. We showed his resume yesterday that he coached 4-year-old AAU and then straight to the Lakers.
Yeah.
After being an analyst at ESPN, after all this shit.
Podcast. Yeah.
There's his resume. Look at that fucking unbelievable one. Cisco can coach the Lakers right now then. Because Cisco has a much better fucking resume than that.
But my
So
argument for that is, wasn't Pat Riley the same thing? He went from
no,
being an
no,
announcer.
no. I broke that down already.
Being an announcer
No,
to a coach.
no, he didn't. I broke it. No, he didn't. I'm a Pat Riley.
What
His
coaching
story.
experience did Pat Riley have?
He assisted for 3 years. After the head coach got majorly ill and sick, he left. They hired Paul Westhead. He was an assistant for Paul Westhead for 2 years.
Okay.
He was also in the training staff room and as an analyst on color commentator. He was in the Laker organization for like 6 years after he went and chilled on the beach after his playing career ended with the Lakers. After Kentucky, he was chilling. He was bartending. He said, I'm done with playing basketball. He came back into the Laker organization. The head coach called him. The head coach got sick. He couldn't coach no more. They hired Paul Westhead. They actually bumped Paul Westhead to the head coach. Paul brought Pat on as a commentator and worked in the training office, and then brought him on as an assistant coach for 2 years. And then Pat Riley became head coach. So there's a huge difference. Plus, we're bringing a guy into an organization in JJ Redick who has zero organizational experience with the Los Angeles Lakers, the team he's actually taken over. Pat Riley had 6 years of organizational experience. Steve Nash, I'm sorry, Steve Kerr. We want to break down that. I'm just addressing certain names that have been brought up. Steve Kerr was a GM for the fucking Phoenix Suns, just so we're clear. He was an assistant for Greg Popovich, won titles. He was a player for Greg Popovich and won a title after he won 5 with the Bulls.
Or 3 with the Bulls.
So,
whatever,
or 3, whatever.
Yeah,
so
5 total.
there's a huge difference in this whole thing. So there's guys that actually played. Spoelstra was a film guy, but he also coached Division II and NAIA. And then he came to the NBA and was a film analyst and breakdown guy. I'm just trying to go through all the coaches that everybody wants to talk about never coached. Yes, they did coach. Go do more research. They all coached. There's only this one guy. But here's the question I have to ask in the debate I want to bring up with this particular deal. JJ Redick. Smitty, the debate is, I don't know, Bailey, if you could find it. If you could, it'd be sweet. There's a side-by-side with JJ Redick and Sam Cassell. If you could find those two's basically kind of how they got to this point, it's out there, Bailey, on social media. I don't know if you could find it. I should have told you. I didn't think about it. Let's see.
I seen what it was. If he could find it, cool. But basically, it was just a breakdown showing that was from earlier. Just showing the experience of Sam Cassell, his coaching tree, and championships he's won on the sideline or as a player versus JJ Redick. And Sam Cassell is night and day when it comes to the experience level, and he has way more than JJ.
So let's dive into, again, we're on this color thing. Race is always a topic when we bring us down. NFL is always lacking the black coach, lack of black GMs, lack of black ownership. We know there's 0 black owners. There's now, I think, a couple black GMs. And coaching-wise, since the Rooney Rule was put in the NFL, Smitty, it still hasn't fucking changed much. Let's just be honest. It really still hasn't changed much as far as head coaches being black or not. And I think color gets involved too much. Like, fucking hire the best possible person. I don't give a fuck what color you are. That's me as a former player and as a coach.
Yeah.
But the narrative's out there that black folks get looked over for a mid or below mid white boy or white girl. So bringing this up, and it's always race, and race is always going to be discussion, and you all disagree or agree. It doesn't really matter. I'm an advocate for both sides because I'm a player and a coach, and I don't give a fuck about color when it comes to coaching or mentoring some human being. Sam Cassell has been an assistant for 15 years, 4 NBA titles, 1 as assistant coach. He's been an NBA All-Star and an All-NBA player. Redick has 0 and all that. So make it make sense as to how one got the job for the most iconic franchise in sports, possibly, or at least basketball, and another guy gets passed over. We already talked about Mark Jackson being blackballed. We've talked about these other cats. Go ahead and dive into it, because I want to bring up one point with this, but I want you to dive into the differences in this hire. And is it a racially motivated thing? And is there reasoning behind Sam Cassell not getting this job over JJ Redick?
No, I don't think this has anything to do with race. Sam Cassell's name was never even in the mix. He never even got interviewed.
I think he was. His name was brought up. I don't know.
He was never a serious candidate with the LA Lakers this year. It's a simple for me. It comes down to relationships. We talked about this on the college level. You know this all too well, more than me. You got to kind of make it in that good boys club or whatever the name is that you call it, good old boys club, right? Yeah. And with this, JJ Redick being really good friends with LeBron James, who's probably the most powerful person in maybe NBA history in terms of just the ability that he has in terms of he wants the coach to get fired, they get fired. He wants the player to come here, they get there. Whatever he wants happens because of his influence on the league and the game. So I just think this simply comes down to relationships. They want LeBron to stay. You saw a word yesterday that Lakers are planning on signing him to a 3-year max deal. So, Lakers, listen, I don't know if the Lakers organization cares about winning right now more than they care about selling tickets. And I think right now that's what they want. And they know having LeBron James there and ending his career as a Laker will sell tickets. It'll be fun. It'll keep eyes on us. So whatever they can do to keep him there, keep him happy, they're going to do. They're going to get JJ Redick as the head coach. They're more than likely going to draft Bronny in round probably 2 of the NBA draft, if not the first round with the 17th pick. So I think this comes down to relationship. I don't think it has anything to do with race. Again, because LeBron's the one, let's be real, who stamped this and made this happen. So if it has something to do with race, he would have just picked the brother. He's a brother. He's black. So, like, a brother picked the white guy.
Bingo. See, that's what a lot of you don't listen, I don't think, to really what Smitty says on the show. All of you consider and think he's left, he's liberal, and he's woke, and he's racist. It's like, if you just heard what he said, he could have easily said, yeah, Sam Cassell should have got the job, blah, blah, blah. He did it. He fucking literally just told you some real shit, and a lot of you fucks don't listen. This is the bottom line, and I'm glad you went there because I was going to try to cook you. He went there, and we didn't script this. Here's the thing. The Clutch, is it the Clutches?
Yeah. Clutch Sports?
Yeah.
Yeah, Clutch Sports. Yeah.
Clutch Sports is black.
Yeah.
Okay. LeBron James is black.
Yep.
Who we did a podcast with. I'm trying to figure out how it's racially motivated. I think it's more of who's my do boy. Sam Cassell wasn't about to be LeBron James' fucking do boy.
Not at all.
And again, it proves that a lot of you nobodies. It's crazy because all the people in green, which is members, actually do listen and actually sit there and are actually commenting. Even if they disagree with Smitty's takes before, they actually said Smitty's speaking real shit right now. And it's always the green people. Because they're obviously invested. The fucking nobodies that don't have any investment are always the ones that are quick to call out someone and say some dumb shit. It's fucking funny to me. But that's what it is. This is where we live. We live in social media world. We live where all you fucks who never played or coached can sit there and be the producer, the director, the judge, the jury, and the executioner of Smitty and I and all our guests. Fucking crazy. That's the world we live in, though. We've created that shit. We didn't coach it. But JJ Redick is now being judged on being a nobody in the coaching profession. And you got Sam Cassell, who is a somebody, but has never been a head coach either. Yep. I told you a name I liked, and I said it, and it was a black dude, Jock Vaughn, from Pasadena, John Muir High School, played against him in high school. He's a LA guy. He's been a head coach. He got his feet wet with Brooklyn. He got to coach those that star-studded lineup for a hot minute. He did a hell of a job in the bubble. If you remember, he had Dinwiddie and those guys. He had some guys on that team that did really well. He had a good run. I thought he'd be a hell of a head coaching candidate right now. Did a good job in Orlando. I thought he was good. I think he'd be great. But they went with a guy that has zero experience, with an owner that has zero experience because she's crippling this organization, with a GM who's Kobe's homeboy, who has zero fucking experience, and he's done some fucking horrific shit, and pushed Magic out. Jeannie Buss is a report that pushed Jerry West out. There's a report that came out a couple days ago about that. What's really going on? It has nothing to do with race. It has nothing to do with Jeannie Buss. Last time I checked, loves brothers. I don't know if you know that or not out there. A brother friend of mine lived with her for a long time. I'm just throwing that out there. So, just throwing it out there. I don't believe there's any racist motivation.
Head coach Darvin Helm was a brother.
How many black head coaches have been?
Sky,
well, what's his name?
From Cleveland with the glasses.
King Brown.
Mike Brown. Come on now. Yeah.
Dirty. Yeah, he had the best defense in the NBA. And they fired him They fired him halfway through the season? And then Luke. And is that when Luke Walton got it? Yeah. Luke fucking Walton.
Former player,
Again.
That's why they gave him the.
By the way, Luke Walton lost one game in Golden State as the interim head coach for Steve Kerr when Steve Kerr had fucking ayahuasca issues. And I'm just like, it's crazy. I don't get it. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not a race thing though. It's about relationships.
Nah,
and I say this on the show all the time. Life ain't fair, man.
Nah.
Like life is about relationships to me. More important than almost like what you know is important, but who you know, in my experiences, has been even more important. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people back home who, similarly talented as me, right? But I got a call that they didn't get, and you could say he's not fair, not
By the
whatever,
way,
but it's what it is, life.
Not to cut you off. The thing is, people don't get. I think a Mexican person is going to defend a Mexican group over anyone else.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean they're racist. A black person is probably going to defend his or her race over another race.
You're wrong.
And then a white boy is probably going to defend his or her race over a Mexican's race and a black race. Doesn't mean they're racist. I'm just throwing it out
If
there.
anybody in chat,
What's race? You just said a black guy and a Mexican. A black guy is skin color, a Mexican is where he's from. So what's your race? Your color?
Right.
Or where you from?
That's because that's how ignorant we are.
No, that's culture.
Culture, yeah.
It's culture. It's not race.
But
because you could donate.
Do you call yourself Hispanic?
If you and Smitty had the same blood type, you could give it to him.
Yeah.
Oh no, his blood's white.
Right.
This black guy.
Are you Hispanic?
I'm more American. My dad's American.
I know, but are you
ethnicity? What's your ethnicity?
Yeah, so you got
I'm culturally Mexican.
Right. You're ethnically Mexican.
Culturally.
Well, ethnically.
Well, you could say that, but culturally, I'm Mexican because my mom is Mexican. My dad's parents are Mexican, but it's like that's my culture.
Right. You're American though, like Steve Kim. Steve Kim's an American Korean.
Yes.
Okay, so here's the thing about
What
it.
are you? You're an American what? German?
No, I think I'm like Irish.
Because you're tall as shit.
You're
like the soccer team in Germany.
So it's a racist show, y'all. Now all Germans are tall.
Cisco, when I say como está, what does that do for you?
Como está? I just think, why are you talking to me in Spanish, bro?
Because you don't even talk Spanish really around here.
No, I talk Spanish with my wife.
Yeah.
My first son is born in Mexico.
Okay.
My wife got married in Mexico. We did everything, the right way.
Yeah.
We gotta bring him on here after this next little rant, because he's not mic'd up. People can kind of hear him, they can't fully hear him.
Yeah.
So we'll bring Cisco on here soon at this next break.
Here's the thing, though. Ignorance is life threatening. I say it all the time.
Yeah.
I think we see color, and you say, "Hey, he's black." You know how many black colored folks are in Major League Baseball that speak zero fucking English?
Yeah, Dominican.
They're Dominican. Yeah. They're fucking what are they? Venezuelan, Bolivian, Puerto Rican. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying. I think we look at a color and say, "All right, this is what he is," but really, he's not. Because you know how many black, dark African brothers are out here who hate American black people?
There's white Africans.
Shit.
But
South
real
Africa's
quick though,
all white.
yeah, but going back to your original point though, I'm going to defend some black shit sometimes because I'm the black person on this show. So it might be certain topics or discussions or things that maybe I feel like I understand more because of who I am or where I grew up to where, I'm going to voice my opinion. But at the end of the day, I'm going to always give my honest opinion based upon you white, black, green, blue, purple, or orange. It just seems like as soon as if you're a black man, you defend black stuff, they think you don't like white people. If you're a white man, you defend a white shit on a particular topic, they think you don't like black people. That's just how the world is. So
This is the dude we cooked on that live with Free.
Shout my guy right here. He said, "I know black, I Dominican."
Is that the dude we cooked?
Y'all somebody's neck.
That night on that 12-hour live?
Yes, that's him.
All right, we gotta
you gotta make it make sense, homie.
I do.
I feel like you gotta make it make sense. And you talk to us, homie. We need a homie segment too. We need to add that in there, Bailey.
Yeah,
put a note down.
We got a little transition. I'm gonna move.
Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt, it's Compton in the house. Without a doubt.
All right. We're in the business. We're in the building. Make it make sense, homie. Jim Schlossernagel, whatever the fuck his name is, left Texas A&M for Texas, University of Texas, the arch nemesis of the Aggies in A&M, to the Longhorns in Texas. Baseball job, and is taking major heat about it. He's taking major heat as far as how he did it on social media today. And I want to show you this video, Bailey.
With respect to the difficult outcome tonight, but with the rumors circulating today about a specific job opening, what do you have to say about your future in Aggieland?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty selfish of you to ask me that question, to be honest with you. But I left my family to be the coach at Texas A&M. I took the job at Texas A&M to never take another job again, and that hasn't changed in my mind. That's unfair to talk about something like that. That'd be like you asking Montgomery if he's going to sign in the draft. But I understand you got to ask the question, but I gave up a big part of my life to come take this job, and I've poured every ounce of my soul in this job, and I've given this job every single ounce I can possibly give it. So write that.
Coach, thank you very much.
And he stood on business, Smitty. Write that. And then 24 hours later, the motherfucker left. Hey, we're going to dive into this totally after this little Make It Make Sense with Cisco, who's a high school head football coach right now and a comedian. We're going to dive into it. But he said that, what you just saw, and left his family. He said, I left my family to take this job. Are we supposed to feel sorry for you because you left your family to take this job that pays you millions of dollars? He told a reporter that it was disrespectful to ask him that question. Yet a day later, he leaves for the Texas Longhorns job. Now, let me play devil's advocate and talk about this in depth. Players are committing and decommitting hourly and are doing this exact same thing at an all-time high. Players and player advocates out there, all you defending the player over the coach, will always defend that player and say, coach, the coaches have been doing this shit, though. That's why the player's doing it now. I have to talk both sides of this. As an ex-player and as an ex-coach and coach for life, this current landscape is allowing for both of these things to happen. Player to leave and decommit, coach to leave and take another job. And nobody is right in this situation. And the only people right in this situation are social media know-it-alls, every nobody in this chat, and everybody on Twitter who's never played or coached. Make that make sense. You're the ones that are right, not us. We're going to be right back after commercial with Cisco in the house. Smitty and I, we're going to debate this topic in totality, and you won't want to miss it. Pound that like. Peace. All right. Coach Chef JB is in the bartending mode tonight. All right, I'm here in the Slapdick Cigar Lounge and studio, of course, and we got all these goodies, and I'm about to make a Paloma and show you the proper way to make one. Real grapefruit, a real lime, and we're going to get down and show you all these great things today. All right, first of all, we're going to take this lime. God damn, I'm legit, ain't I? Woo-hoo, look at that. I want to put a little bit on the rim, all right? And then you can dip it in this. Or if you don't like the gel, I'm not a huge fan. We're going to dip it in that. Now we got our rim. I got the legit Paloma cups and the whole deal. Take some ice, throw it in there. Now, to your drink of choice, or to your strength of choice, I'm gonna put the tequila in first. This is actually a nice, cheap, clean mixer tequila. Much cleaner than Hornitos, I found out. So, I'm heavy-handed as shit. So, I'm gonna put that in there. Gotta get you a squirt. Gotta get you a good old squirt, all right? And we're going to take a little lime. We're going to squeeze that lime in there. Bam. All right. We're going to take a little grapefruit. We're going to squeeze that real grapefruit in there. It's a real Paloma, by the way. You don't know about these Palomas. This is real deal. Then you're going to pop this squirt. Then we're gonna stir it up. Damn. Woo! Bomb. Refreshing fire drink. Real Coach Chef JB. Paloma Day. Peace. Luka has more points than the entire fucking T-Wolves team in the first quarter, and he starts off like he starts off, and we don't do anything. We don't throw a double at him. We don't close out. We don't put a face in. We don't meet him. If he's shooting from half court, homie, meet him at half court. Why are we sagging in the fuck? This guy's 4 fucking threes in the first 3 minutes, and we aren't even addressing him at the top of the line. He hits a fifth one.
JB, there's nothing you can do to stop him at that point, JB.
Yes,
you brought him up. You brought him up close. He blows past you. You step.
He don't blow past
space.
nobody.
Man, he's
he don't blow past nobody. Come on, you act like this motherfucker's Jordan. Come on, homie.
Look, you act like Luka don't get past people and don't get to the rim.
First of all, how about this, Smitty?
You don't have to be fast to do that, JB. You play basketball. Don't tell me. Come on, you know more than that, JB. Your first step, your size, your body.
You young cats that played in this and watched this current era, that when there's absolutely zero defense being played, you all think offensively that there's nothing you can do. Back in the day, yeah, you can. Yeah, you can. You know why? Because you didn't see only YouTube videos. You didn't watch great defensive teams that had pride in stopping people. And guess what it's called?
Rules were different, JB. They can handshake. You can't do that shit now. You can't do that shit.
Don't worry about it. I got you. This rule hasn't changed, and it's called denial of the basketball by great effort on defense. I am going to deny the basketball from Luka Doncic when he's hit 3 threes in the first 2 minutes and 4 threes in the first 4 minutes. I'm going to deny him the ball. That is what Kobe would have did, Rodman would have did, Pippen would have did, Rip Hamilton would have did, Rasheed Wallace would have did, fucking you name it. Ron Artest would have did.
So that was the answer last night. So if they denied Luka last night, the game changes.
Fuck, don't you think it does?
You don't think so?
So you don't think it would have changed?
They got fucking prime time out there. You think they locking him up to the point where he just can't get the ball?
No, but I'm saying, how about we try to deny him the basketball? Did you see any effort at all on defending Luka with a denial mindset? How about we deny one of these two motherfuckers? But guess what we did? We worried about Lively and fucking the other Gafford. Instead, Kyrie goes for 36. Luka goes for fucking, what did he go
36. They both had 36. 36 and 36. It just, listen, you got 2 superstar players, man. That's what's gonna happen. They both had bad games last game. I knew it was gonna go off.
I don't understand Freddie Mac and you guys that say he's still gonna get the ball.
He is.
Okay, still getting the ball when the ball's inbounded to me like this, and I have to now work on trying to get and create a shot.
And get off me, step back. That's Luka's specialty.
Okay, versus getting the ball with no friction and I just boom. That's a fucking huge difference, homie. If I get the ball and I have nothing but 3-point line and rim, it's a lot different than I have a guy denying me and I got to get the ball and now I got to work the post. I got to generate a shot. Guess what it does? It creates more energy for me. I have to expend more energy. How much easier is this catching the ball, nothing in front of me? Snoop, and then, hey, Snoop Dogg, what's up, Snoop? Talk shit. And I get to run back down court. Nah, motherfucker. Deny me the ball.
Contrary to your belief, Luka actually likes when he has friction. And I know that sounds so
okay, but he's not hitting 4 threes.
I know that sounds stupid. Luka he scores better when he has a body to be able to use his body to kind of
you're literally proving my point, homie.
I'm saying he plays better that way. I'm telling you.
But you're telling me that he's gonna have 4 threes in the first 3 minutes with a guy denying him in his face. Rather than no friction at all, it's coming down straight rim and no effort expended. No energy expended. You're telling me that don't matter. Baby. You're telling me there's no difference. There's no difference. Come on, man.
I'm just saying Luka's different, JB. You can blame defense. You can blame coaching. You can say coaches are soft. You can say players are soft. Players don't show effort. Even if it's hard to watch.
Say what you want. Some players are just different, and Luka Doncic is that guy.
Make great players earn it. That's all I'm telling you. Make great players earn it. They didn't make great player earn it last night. This motherfucker was on rhythm, hitting shots in rhythm. You let him hit 4 in a row without any friction or any change up on defense. It seemed like the T-Wolves had a different game plan every game versus what they did in Denver. They had a different plan, which hurt their defense, and it got worse and worse and worse from the first 2 games in Denver. The first 2 games in Denver was one of the best defensive efforts I've ever seen in the NBA playoff run. That's just crazy. Oh, shit. Smitty, we are in the building, all 3 of us. Our special guest, Cisco, our main man. You've seen him in the chat with you guys in there often. He's a head football coach here in Cali. He's a comedian extraordinaire. He's brought in a lot of comedians to a lot of functions at my house, a lot of Netflix comedians, a lot of different folks. So welcome our main man in. We got a clap here, Bailey.
Clap it up for him, Bailey, man.
Best comedian you never heard of.
Yes. Hola, como está, mi friend?
You've never heard of.
That's a true statement. Best comedian you've never heard of. Ooh, that's a
bar. That's a bar.
So break down this make it make sense. We just left.
Yeah,
we left to make it make sense. Kind of recap it so we can go over what we're going to debate, because we got a coach in the building in Cisco, and he's a very smart individual. People, contrary to anyone out there,
what the hell? Here we go.
Mexicans are smart.
Here we go.
Who said that? Who said they weren't smart?
I don't know. I just thought of it.
So yeah,
it's a racist show. So look, there it is. That's that kid. Say his name, Smitty.
Jim Schnagel.
What?
Jim
What?
Schnagel.
That's not his name. Schnagel's not his name.
How you say it?
It's not his name at all.
Former Texas A&M baseball coach for the last three years. You know,
isn't it like Schwarzenegger?
Took them to the finals, the World Finals, the College World Series, what they want to call it. They lost. Got interviewed after the game, asked him about going over to Texas and coaching there. He kind of felt like it was disrespect. 24 hours later, he ends up actually taking the job, just like the media and the reporters assumed he would. I guess I'll jump in first. It's going to pass to you. My overall take is this: I don't mind you taking a better job. That's the name of the game. Like, it's about growth, especially in the coaching profession. It's about climbing that ladder, getting to bigger opportunities, bigger bags, bigger markets, bigger schools, and really building out your legacy. And if he wants to get a better opportunity, cool. My only problem with him is that he pushed off the media and made it seem like they asked the worst question possible. And he said, I sacrificed so much, and you know, I left my wife, and he starts going on a whole rant. To me, it just shows that he feels guilty. I'm gonna be real. To me, that was a pure sign of guilt.
Absolutely. Look, man, everybody wants to make decisions. First of all, we can't judge people for making decisions. We all live different lives. We all grew up differently. We all have different experiences. So I think, like, a lot of times we argue about things, but we don't understand that we didn't grow up like the person we're arguing with. So the way that they feel that way for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They feel that way for a reason. Now, what does that have to do with this? I don't know how this guy grew up. I don't know what his experiences have been. I don't know what his relationship with the admin at Texas A&M was that made him just say, I'm out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, look, you know this, coach, from coaching. It don't matter how much money you're making. If you feel like you got a good thing where you're at, you stay there, no matter what. And even if you are taking a little bit of a pay cut, I mean, right on. Like, because you don't know, the grass ain't always greener, bro. Like, you know, you go to Texas, now your expectations are a little higher. They want you to bring what you had over there over here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And you don't know, because you don't know if you're gonna have the same people around you, the same people invested in what you do, what you bring. So I mean, I can't knock the guy for taking a better job, but he also has to not be so thin-skinned and not have to do so much explaining. Say, look, man, I left because the money's you know, I think it's a greater experience, and you know, I'm out of here.
Right.
You know, we're never gonna know the truth.
Exactly.
Because we're not going to know what discussion he had with the chancellor or whatever the hell they got, you know, whoever hired him, the athletic director. Right. We don't know what their relationship's about. So there's always the story behind the story.
Cisco, you and I both have been at shitty ass places
Always.
in the inner city for no money. We don't do it for the money. So your point is well taken. Here's the thing I got to say. Like, we don't know the inner circle. We don't know the backstory. He obviously either A, did not have full autonomy, meaning if I don't have full autonomy, I'm leaving. I don't want that. And his whole staff, from what I understand, left with him. So it wasn't a him issue. It's an organizational or a college issue. If my whole staff goes with me, that tells me they're bought into the head coach and that's their boy, and he's taking them to Texas, across the state to Austin, and they're going to say, fuck it. Because last I heard from every coach I know, A&M is the place. Oil money runs deeper than any school in America. They have more money than any school in America. They have more resources than any school in America. There's a reason why Jimbo Fisher got $30 million payout, or $90 million payout.
Jesus.
So think about it. All these guys at A&M are making double the money of a Texas Longhorn person, coach, or an admin. And I looked it up. There's more. Everybody from A&M, like administrator, janitor, everybody makes more money at A&M. So I'm trying to figure out, why did he leave? There has to be some reason. And then I also want to look at it as, I'm going to give you both sides of it, raw and uncut. Here's the issue I have. Did he really give those kids at A&M his all during a World Series run? You lost a World Series run by 1 run to Tennessee. You won a game in the World Series. You take it to 3. You extend it. You play Tennessee, the number 1 team. You lose. You end up losing by a run.
Well, maybe he hates his wife, bro. Maybe that's why he left her. You know, I don't know. You know, we never know the reason behind the reason.
And that's my
It's
point.
like, fuck that bitch. I'm out of here.
I'm not gonna feel sorry.
Like, I gotta
either.
take this job. You're not coming with me.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna feel sorry for him for leaving to make millions of dollars. Number one. Number 2, I'm also not gonna. I'm just sit there and be like, all right, why is he leaving? We don't know. But listen, they make a lot of money there, and he left for a reason, and we got him going both ways.
But we always want to. I'm sorry, JB. We always want to make sense about everything, man. Like I said, you know. And then, like, years down the road, like this whole JJ Redick, years on the road, you hear this thing. Right. Well, you know, what was his name? What's his name? Schladel?
I can't even say.
This guy's name?
Yeah.
Schwartzlegel,
whatever. Years, you know, 5-10 years from now, we hear, you know, like, oh, well, he was banging prostitutes. You know, like in a Corpus Christi, and they knew about it. You know, right. I don't know. You know,
and now it makes sense.
You know, that's why he bounced.
Right.
There's so much to it, though. You can break down like the player part. All the player advocates out here who all they want to see is players make money. They always want to defend the reason why he transferred, because he got a bigger bag. Blah blah blah. They don't want to talk about the fact that the kid didn't want to compete. The kid didn't like it and yelled at. He has thin skin. He was raised by a single mama, and he's like, oh, fuck that. A man yelled at me. I'm out. They don't ever bring that up. If you ever noticed, the naysayers never bring up the reason why they left. They just bring up money. These cats have no clue. Coaches, old school cats like Cisco and I are going to be like, nah, you didn't want to fucking compete. You didn't want to fucking fight. You didn't want to fucking battle. That's what we'll say. So I'm trying to say that to say this. I don't condone what this dude did, but I also, at the same time, this is the landscape. Smitty says it all the time. 2 things can be true and all that. Mm-hmm. This is the college landscape. I just told you the other day on the show, it ain't about Deion in Colorado. Everybody's doing it. It's a mass exodus of mass proportions. Coaches, players, everybody's doing it. Presidents. The fucking AD left Nebraska to go to fucking, what's his name at Nebraska? Left to go to where? Texas? Or wherever? Remember? What's his name? The legend, the OG player.
Which one? From
Nebraska. He just left. The AD.
And he went to Texas?
Or somewhere. He left Nebraska.
I mean, but Texas, last time I checked, the endowment at Texas is like one of the top 5.
Yeah, but here's the other thing.
Like the money. They got deep pockets too, man.
Oh, they do. But they're not A&M. A&M's cream of the crop. I got to ask you. Oh, he left Trev Alberts. There you go. Thank you.
Oh, Trev Alberts.
He left A&M to go to Nebraska, I think, right? Or vice versa.
Well, he's a Nebraska guy.
Yeah, exactly.
He played at Nebraska.
So here's my point, though. ADs, presidents, coaches, players, everybody's leaving. And I don't hear no president or AD ever getting like, why you leave A&M? Like, nobody talks about that. You only talk about the fucking coach and the player. Listen, there's no right or wrong on this whole thing, in my opinion. Not anymore, because it is what it is. Y'all wanted this. This is what you got. The wild, wild fucking West. Good luck and good riddance. I don't want to fucking even know about it.
This is why people aren't happy, man. You got more unhappy people. You got people making more money than we've ever made before in life, but you got more people unhappy.
Yeah, stress.
That's true.
Why they stress?
You know, depression and anxiety is at an all-time high, bro. Yep. And it's not because of the vaccination. No, it's because people made up humans. People are on their phone all the time,
right?
24/7,
constantly.
Because the boys have low T.
Nope.
Comparing their lives,
talking to people, not hanging out, right? Comparing, and people, Instagram and social media is fake. People only put out the best parts of their life.
You take a picture, you're like this, and then the rest, hey, I hate this motherfucker, man. Fucking, I gotta take a picture with this motherfucker, man.
Hey, TJ, you're only looking at what's public, bro. I'm just telling you right now. What you don't see is private endowment money coming in from oil money. A&M is cream of the crop. I'm just telling you. I've had personal coaches tell me there are unlimited pockets at A&M. Texas has a cap. A&M does not have to go into the admin to bring money out of the university. A&M has oil money outside of the university that is unmatched, unrivaled. A&M is cream of the crop. I'm just telling you, there's a reason why Jimbo went there. So there's a reason why these guys go there. Now, why they're leaving is a whole nother question and answer. I don't know.
I think they go there because they can't get the Texas job, bro.
But see,
was Jimbo Fisher offered the Texas job? Maybe he leaves.
Texas, I told you something about Texas.
Great segue. Go ahead, bring it up.
More beautiful city. Austin is to me. Austin's the most beautiful city in Texas.
And people respect the Longhorns. They respect Texas more than A&M for whatever reason. I heard he said.
Austin is. It's turned into San Francisco. I wouldn't live in Austin. I wouldn't give 2 squares a piss to Austin. They got some good.
I like Austin. I ain't gonna lie. Good, I like San Antonio too.
Brisket,
I ain't really been out to Texas like that.
Oh
man, you gotta go. San Antonio Riverwalk. So Riverwalk to San Antonio. That's 5 minutes. The last 5 minutes. Oh yeah, Alamo Riverwalk, and then you want to leave. And then
I know, but it's still a nice. small town. It's a
small shithole.
It's a small town, but it's nice. You know,
it's fucking Independence, Kansas, in the fucking desert.
We played A&M my senior year, but I was hurt and I couldn't play. When I went there, College Station was loud as hell. There's big ass bugs that fly and just land on your back. You know what I'm talking about? Them big ass
It's just it's a town. It's a college town. It's like Ohio State. All the big schools have college towns.
Yeah,
like the powerhouses. Columbus. It's a shithole, but it's got Ohio State Stadium sitting right there. Michigan, you go to these big time Indiana. Look at where that place. Beautiful place, but it's right there.
But Austin was beautiful. But Austin, it's got those rivers coming through it. It's beautiful, man.
But you got Indiana, Bloomington. Yeah. You go to Madison, Wisconsin. Mm-hmm. These are college towns, all bars.
Yep.
And there ain't no city.
And that's why they have great fans.
The school, right? That's all they got to do is
go to SC or UCLA.
This is why I get mad when they compare. Oh, Alabama got better football culture than LA. Okay, cool. Well, what else you gonna do? The Indy 500. Once they leave, the football game. That's all you gotta do. And then I've been to those small towns. I've been to those towns. Their weekends consist of driving around Walmart, bro.
Tap your mic or something.
Is my mic off?
No, yours is good.
My mic.
You can hear me?
Is it plugged in?
Can you hear me now? That's old, huh?
Now your mic good.
Smitty's down?
Smitty's down, or we're all down?
Yeah, just me. It's always
talk into it, Darnell.
Is it plugged in all the way at the bottom? No,
Bailey said talk into it. Bailey said talk into it. Did you yank on it? That's what she said.
What was that?
That was you plugging back in.
I just make sure the motor was in all the way.
But
check it. Talk into it though.
Y'all still talk?
Yeah.
Talk into it.
I forgot what I was.
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me?
Getting old, man.
All right, we back.
There you go.
We good.
We back.
Smitty just unplugged shit. Smitty doing black people shit, man.
It's just a racist show, man. JB, I go to the bathroom. JB unplugs the mic.
You know, I went to perform comedy in England, and they said you Americans are so hung up on race. That's what they told me.
We are though.
That this country is so hung up on that. And I just said earlier, I was like, you know, and we don't even define race. We call people their race by their religion.
Yeah.
Or by their skin color, or by their whatever country their parents came from. That's not a race.
TJ, shut your papa ass up, TJ. Motherfucker, don't jump in on the bandwagon about the shitty mics. These mics are fucking big time.
Yeah.
It's something else. We'll figure it out. Fafa.
No, y'all mics are good. I think it was just my mic, but they can hear me now, loud and clear.
Hey, Josh, get on TJ's ass. Fucking Fafa in here talking shit. A former player of mine. How about that shit? Drove across country with me, fucking smoking cigars with me as a 18-year-old.
JB, click on the chat so we can see what Bailey's saying real quick.
What?
Just click on the chat. So we can see
I just going back to
because Smitty unplugged it. Smitty again.
I'm gonna say this. Going back to the race thing.
Yeah,
America wouldn't be the country it wasn't if we were we were not all here.
Yeah,
America wouldn't be this great if the Europeans weren't here, if the black people weren't here, if the Hispanic people weren't here, if the Asian people weren't here. That's what makes this country the greatest.
100%.
You know, but we need to learn. I mean, I think people insult people. They always go to the least common denominator or you know what I mean? Like they always go to the common denominator. Like, oh, you're black, so I hate you because they have no reason to hate you. So they go to what you look like.
Right.
And that's their final insult. Yeah. And that's why I don't take things like that personal. Because like, oh, you couldn't find shit to talk shit about. So you're going to go to what I look like now. All right. I dismiss you.
Let's transition back to Texas real quick.
No, I got you.
I want to ask you.
I don't watch UFC, by the way, Jazz. Sorry. I'm a boxing fan.
Yeah. This is WPS, MPS, and BPS all in one. This is the most biracial show in America.
Biracial. Now we're biracial.
Hey, so look, let me ask you something. We are biracial fucking threesome right now. Let me ask you.
Biracial.
Let me ask you something, Smitty, and I want to ask you, Cisco.
Don't ask me anything.
Texas is not a blue blood. That's the comment. That's
in football.
That's just in nothing. That's the statement.
Baseball, football, basketball.
Argue it because I keep hearing this fucking Texas shit, and I'm over it. Texas ain't a fucking blue blood. I'm tired of hearing why Texas is so goddamn good. When's the last time they won a football natty before they beat SC? When is it?
Earl Campbell.
When is it?
Did he win one?
When is the last one they won?
I don't know.
We act like these motherfuckers are Alabama. When is the last time their basketball team won a natty?
But I think more blue
baseball.
But blue blood's more about is it about championships or being top 5 like every year in year out?
Media narration. Listen, Texas they've been shitty. This is what Sark's third year they got to the football playoff. Yeah. And everybody put them back as if they were Alabama for the last 20 years and they just had a 2-year hiatus. No, Texas has been shitty for 20 years and had a 2-year run now. But we switched the narrative because Texas is a sexy draw, sexy follow. What have they done? Texas is not a blue blood. I'm sorry. I'm just throwing it out there. That's my statement. I'm sticking to it.
They produce a lot of NFL talent. You give them that?
They do, but it's not Ohio State talent. It's not USC. It's not Alabama. It's not Georgia. It's not Clemson.
Comparisons that
they're not even close. I'm not saying they're not even close. Still... I can see if Texas was putting out every single player out of Texas was like fucking number 1 player in the NFL every year. And we're like, damn, another Longhorn. Show me one.
Like, so who are the blue bloods? Ohio State, Alabama?
I don't even know. Like, I think we use this blue blood term too much. Like, SC used to be. And I here's how I classify it. I'll just tell you, this is from me coaching and recruiting. We call them blue bloods. We call them selector schools. SC used to be a selector when Pete Carroll was there. They haven't been a selector school since Pete Carroll left. Meaning that I can go in last minute and take Georgia's number 1 player from them because I'm at a SC. I'm a selector. Urban Meyer, when he was at Ohio State, was a fucking selector school. They can go in on the 23rd hour and pluck your best player on signing day and flip them.
Or Florida when he was at Florida.
When he was at Florida. The same thing. SC Carroll, Nick Saban, Alabama. Kirby now at Georgia is probably considered a selector school. Dabo at Clemson was a selector school.
Yeah.
Notre Dame and Lou Holtz used to be a selector school. Harbaugh at Michigan.
Hurricanes.
Harbaugh at Michigan was a selector school. Right now, is Florida State, is Miami a selector school? I don't know.
No.
Ohio State, supposedly, according to Urban Meyer and Jim Tressel, has the best roster they've ever seen. I want to see it. I'm not saying Urban don't know what he's talking about. He knows talent, of course. I believe he was the best. Him and Pete Carroll and Nick Saban are the 3 best recruiters of all time. Here's the thing. He knows talent. Ohio State hasn't won a natty, though. But when is it going to fucking equate to winning?
They just took a head coach and made him an assistant.
But how are you exactly? How are you a blue blood though? Like, I just think we gotta pump the brakes. And I think we anoint.
I think it's like yearly a year you're in the top
there's no
5.
more blue bloods. That's
You're in
what
the
I'm
top
saying.
5 every year.
The landscape now
Because
doesn't
in
allow blue bloods.
basketball it's always UCLA, Kentucky.
But then Florida
Duke.
Gulf Coast is in the Final Four. So see what I'm saying, homie? Like, hold on. You can't have.
I think it's consistency.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. 'Cause, I mean, you're not going to win a natty every single year.
Yeah.
I don't care
I get
how
it.
great you
But
are.
I
So it's
think
like
if you're
being
a
in
blue
the
blood,
mix.
Bill
blue
Russell
blood,
shit.
You're right.
You should be in the mix.
Celtics.
Right.
I don't think you can be a blue blood anymore. I don't think you can be in the mix every year anymore.
Nah, it's tough.
In March Madness, you're gonna have these teams: Florida Gulf Coast, fucking Loyola,
George Mason.
In basketball, yes.
Yeah,
not
okay.
football.
But
though.
football is now.
Ohio State's always in the mix.
Liberty just went undefeated, homie.
And they weren't in the mix.
But they were in the mix. If there was a 12-team playoff, they're in the playoff.
Well, last year they were in the
I
mix.
get
I'm
it.
saying Ohio State is literally
But my
top
point,
6 every
Smitty,
year.
my
like,
point
right
isn't
there.
that. My point is every year this landscape is going to me, dissipate as far as there's no more blue blood. Every single year. Watch when this 12-team playoff and then turns 14-team playoff. Watch what happens.
Well, 16.
Every year you're going to be like, fuck, Liberty's a blue blood.
But it's all about
2 undefeated years.
But it's all about money, bro. Come on, it's not about
Yeah.
It's not about just getting. It's about more games, more media money, more coverage, so more money. That's what it's all about. It's not even about let's get the top 8 and because I mean they're just seeing the numbers. They're saying, we could get more money because Clemson can sell out this stadium and we could get the rights to that, or even Notre Dame. They haven't done shit like in so long. Notre Dame, really? They get to the Final Four and then they get beat.
Go ahead, Bailey. Show the Sark video. Cisco, your face might disappear. Go ahead, Bailey.
Go ahead.
Because we can't move anything because we never had anybody in person. That's why we're doing this. Bailey's going to show
There's this whole thing called conference realignment. Yeah. And, oh, by the way, Texas is on the front line of that. We're going to the SEC, and we're the bad guys because we were the ones that decided to go first, and then the floodgates opened on that, and we've got USC and Oregon and UCLA going to the Big Ten. We've got Cal and Stanford playing in the ACC. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff has been happening. And so all these different things, and then all of a sudden now the college football playoff is shifting, and now we're going to 12, and now is it 14 down the road and all that. And so naturally over time that we've been here, it's like, what is the one thing that we can control? All this other stuff is happening, and we have to adapt, right? You have to continually adapt in college football. That was something Coach Saban had taught me early on in my time there. Adapt or die. There's a reason dinosaurs aren't on the earth anymore, right? They couldn't adapt. And so we've had to adapt, right, as this has gone on.
Adapt or die, JB.
Well, that's a Mike Tomlin thing as well.
Yeah.
I've been saying that for years. I said you either get out of this profession and go do fucking work at JCPenney warehouse or figure it out. There's a reason I didn't want to figure it out no more. I'm like, I'm done with it because I'm not dealing with, to me, you have to either, by the way, that man that was just talking, I've had private conversations with a lot of times, trust me, smoking a cigar and other stuff. Here's the thing.
Other stuff.
He'll tell you right now, if Walmart was paying me what Texas was paying me, I'd be working at Walmart. These cats are fucking fed up, bro. I'm just telling you right now. These cats don't want to coddle these kids and beg them 24/7 for 4 years, only for them to take a bigger bag hour 23 after 4 years of relationship building. Tell me anyone that wants to do that, Smitty, like in life, in general, in any business, sport, or aspect of life, who wants to do that? Only to say, God damn, homie, where is some sort of relationship and loyalty and, where your word means something, your word is bond. There's no more of that. It is a pay to play, bottom line dollar money business, and relationships don't mean shit no more. And these cats don't want to do that. And that's why you saw this coach just leave fucking A&M. That's why you see this player committed to SC for over a year on a visit at Colorado. There's reasons why you're seeing it. I just don't think you're going to be able to get the toothpaste back in the tube. I think we've passed the
but that coach from A&M took another coaching gig. He didn't leave the coaching profession.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying, though. That's what my point was.
You know what I mean?
Moving around now. I think nowadays they're going to see what's the best. Every day is a greeter pack.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
No matter where.
Yeah, dude.
Because there's no relationships. To your point,
It's funny because G Wizzy just said that this high school transfer portal is worse than college, and it's Dude, it's really bad.
Really?
You got kids just leaving. Like there's a kid that came from the valley.
But remember, they made a JV rule in California because I had transfers coming into me.
JV because of JV. JV's the one that got the rules changed. CIF.
CIF changed.
What do you have, like 30 guys checked into
because of me? I had 30 cats transferring one semester in a high school.
30
in a high school.
That's
insane.
And how many years ago? How many years ago?
From?
Where?
Fort Wayne, Indiana.
How many years ago?
Shit, 11, 12, 13.
13 years ago, this guy had guys transferring.
That's crazy.
And it's
I had a quarterback
hey,
come
bro,
from Indiana.
I know.
Because I coached his uncle in JUCO.
And it's blatant. You're in a 7-on-7, and they're over there talking to your guy in front of you.
By the way, he's in the UFL right now. Here's the thing, like, but I was fucking hated. I was villainized.
I bet.
And I was the villain. But nowadays, though, look at it now.
Before your time. You were before your time.
See, the thing is now that there's people that come out and bash my name in CIF in Southern California as our intercollegiate.
That's normal for you, though. They bash your name in anything.
Yeah, they bash.
They bash your name at Taco Bell.
But they didn't like. I was the first one bringing kids in high schools and getting kids to transfer from a Long Beach Poly.
Right, big time school.
To Long Beach Cabrillo.
Yeah, Cabrillo.
That's a herd fucking up.
Right.
So how is JB getting a Poly kid? How is he getting a Lakewood? I got the 2 best players in Lakewood. G-Man, one of the best players in the state of California that year for me. How did I get Rashid to come from fucking Jordan with John Ross and all those cats to come to Cabrillo? How did I get all these guys from Lawndale and Lusinger and all these different places? Compton High. By the way, those schools were in the Moore League at the time. Jordan, Milliken, Wilson. I got players from every school in our conference. So they said, we got to get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah.
Then they banned inter-district transfers. That means you could not come from Poly to Cabrillo no more because of me. They call it JV rule. You know how many black kids got deprived from leaving and going from a better situation to a place that cared for them and wanted to help them? And you've met my principal, Dr. Mendoza.
Yeah.
How many black kids were fucked over for about a 13-year span? Then they lift the JV rule 2 years ago. A big old tweet came out and they actually tagged me and said this was the JV rule. And now all of a sudden, but guess what? 13 years of black kids having to leave inner city Long Beach to go to Mater Dei, St. John Bosco, San Clemente, fucking paying big dollar. But no discussion, no issue. JV was an asshole because players wanted to play for me. Again, see what I'm saying? These motherfuckers, dog, you don't ever take it for face value.
Now,
what social media
now
says.
kids just have to have a valid change of residence. But the whole family,
I had that, by the way.
The whole family, the entire family has to move from residence A to residence B.
Entire family.
Yeah, like the kid can't say.
You can't use your auntie address.
No, the kid can't say I'm gonna go live with my. No, you gotta say the whole family's living with your auntie.
Check.
Damn.
No, my principal was the first person ever. Me and him had to drive in a school car and go check every motherfucking address. You know how illegal it is? No, you know how illegal. He should have sued the district. You know how? What if Cisco came out and pulled a strap out on our principal and said, "Why fuck you at my house, homie?"
Yep.
Right.
Just think about that liability, dog. Like, have you, dog? It was unprecedented what they made us do.
I never heard.
And I'm a white boy, coach.
Right.
So miss me with the white privilege shit. It didn't affect me. I didn't get the privilege.
But you're from Rosecrans.
But I'm from Rosecrans. I'm Rosecrans made in Crenshaw.
Right. You hang with us, so they don't fuck with you.
TJ was there during this time. So TJ was on that team. So was Latrell Flowers. So were these other guys. They were on those teams, and they got to see it all. Like, they were clearing dudes left and right that transferred. Okay, just be clear. They cleared guys from one school to transfer to another. You can go online and see. Oh, fuck. They cleared this guy. Our guy's no clearance. Game 1 goes by, not cleared. So we're fucking. Why is Johnny cleared from Wilson to San Clemente, but fucking Jaron Stroggins isn't cleared from Lakewood to Cabrillo?
Right. So
dog, it was so fucking. Now that's, to me. Now you get talking some racial motivated shit, and I'm the white boy coach. Think about it. So let that sit in. See, no one wants to bring it. I should write a whole fucking book about it, but that's a whole other deal. Corona Centennial, Long Beach Poly, St. John Bosco, Mater Dei has been doing it without any effect for fucking the last 20 years. But when Long Beach Cabrillo, a hood school that's never won, does it.
But Long Beach has open enrollment.
Oh, wait, how's Cabrillo used to? How's Cabrillo winning? How are they getting 30 transfers to Cabrillo on the west side of West Side Longos, killing blacks and blacks killing the worst part of Long Beach? How is that
it's
happening?
fucked up.
How is this happening? How is this dude doing that? They don't like that shit, homie.
Cabrillo had only been open for like 12 years,
When I
right?
took the job, they had been open 12
13 years,
and they were 3-57 football record over the last 6 years. 6 years.
That's horrible.
We go 7-3 year one, motherfuckers.
But you know what? The area that school's in has a lot of talent. A lot of those kids went to Poly back in the day, right? The West Side kids.
So the west side of Long Beach is where the talent used to be.
Yeah.
Now east side
North
had-
and West. I
Yeah.
think the North too.
Nah, East had talent, but the thing is, Willie McGinnis, Mercedes Lewis, fucking going back to Mark Carrier, all these West Side Long Beach cats, there was no school there. They went to where? Poly. Poly has the most players in NFL history from one high school.
Yeah.
Because they were mostly West Side Long Beach cats that had no school. So when they made Cabrillo on the West Side, where all those cats lived,
Yeah.
because Zito Kwan's in here, he grew up with my boy Spree, who you met.
Yeah.
Willie McGinnis stayed with Spree on Earl Street on the West Side. So did a lot of those cats. Mark Carrier, they all stayed with Spree and his brother. All Brandon Whiting, all these different cats that were at Poly at the time. Mercedes Lewis, they were all West Side Long Beach cats. Darnell Bean, San Pedro cat, Banning, those cats go to Poly because there was no West Side school. There was no Cabrillo. Or if there was a Cabrillo, dog, there probably would not be a Poly today.
Right.
Cabrillo would be the fucking Poly of the country. So, like, I'm just saying, dog, it changed the game.
Yeah, Poly got
so
it.
when I started to change that after
They didn't like it.
the Emancipation Proclamation.
Poly used the
Long Beach.
Poly used the PAL program. What was that? They had
PAL.
PAL.
They had a separate school. Smith.
Yeah.
A separate school.
So to get kids in.
So you had a separate
It was
school
the PAL.
on the east side
I
on
remember
16th in Long Beach Boulevard. You had
I coached at
separate
Milliken,
school.
and I remember
Yeah,
that.
it's all catered to Poly. And when I disrupted that script, like Quan
They didn't
Zito
like
said,
it.
that changed the game. They didn't want to hear that shit. So like it just changed the game. But back to the blue blood thing.
Somebody asked about Neil in high school. It's happening. It's under the table. There's people giving families like $30,000 to come to their school.
About what?
NIL.
Oh, NIL.
Yeah.
But it's not like out in the open. Somebody asked about it. Yeah, it's happening. I've heard of people, hey, that kid's not going there after all because the money people didn't come through. And I'm like, damn. Like, how can you compete with that?
Right. Nothing you do about that. It comes down to dollars.
Like I'm at a school that's 99% Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna compete with that ever. We're never, first of all, we're not the biggest kids. So we're losing the athletes. They come and poach our athletes from our community to go to other schools outside our community. So it's tough, man. Yeah. It's a tough landscape.
I couldn't imagine, man. Moving on though, man, to some NFL. Women coaching in the NFL, being specific. Buffalo Bills hire Amelia Wilson as a fellowship coach for the 2024 season. And if you guys have been watching the show, then you will know that Coach JB has a certain opinion about women coaching football and specifically in the NFL. JB, let's hear your thoughts on Coach Amelia being the fellowship coach for the Bills. I'm not even sure what a fellowship coach is, by the way, personally. But I'll
fellowship to me means some sort of some sort of scripture, God.
That's what I'm assuming, right?
Well, that's what it is.
Okay, cool.
There's no other fellowship that I know of.
But I never heard of a fellowship coach.
I know of fellowship coaches. They're usually men that do the prayer. They do.
Yeah, we had it in college.
Got you.
That's what they're called.
I didn't call them. I know. Listen, as coaches though.
They aren't, but
this is my title. Got you.
Everyone's included.
Well, if that's the case, I'll jump in. If that's what she is,
well, I don't know.
Absolutely zero problem with that.
Yeah,
if that's the case,
I have no idea what she is, so I'm not even going to make this a big thing. All I'm saying is she looks like she has a script and in coach's gear with a whistle on. So that is what that picture is.
Yeah.
I saw the close-up. I'm trying to figure out where is that.
Well, how long is it acceptable before, how long before, you're the quarterback coach and then you see her over there telling the quarterback, giving them
that's my whole point.
Instructions.
That's been the big thing of this debate.
I mean, is that acceptable?
That's been my debate, though, this whole time.
It's not her role, though. If she's a fellowship coach, be the fellowship coach. If she was the quarterback coach, then you coach quarterbacks. So, yeah, if she's the fellowship coach coaching the quarterbacks, that's the problem because that's not your role. I don't want the quarterback coach come to the D line.
But that's how it begins,
Smitty. What to do.
But that's how it begins.
But I'm saying,
you never had a linebacker coach tell you what to do?
No.
Never? Or say anything to
that
you?
means you had a good head coach.
My D coordinator,
No, of course, a D corner. Yeah.
But
D
here's
corner.
the thing,
Yeah.
though. That's called cross coaching. It's called cross coaching.
Yeah, I don't allow that
I
shit.
didn't allow it.
I don't allow it either.
Good coaches don't allow it.
Yeah.
Bad staffs and head coaches, you see the DB coach talking to an O lineman.
Yeah.
You see a fucking O line coach telling the wideout, man, get out of that break. Shut the fuck up.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay in your goddamn lane. Coach those big fucking linemen. You coach corners. If you're a good staff, and I know who you had as a head coach at that time, and I respect shit out of him. He obviously had that staff in line to where
nobody yelled at Coach Strollo.
that's what I'm saying. Like, and wins and losses don't always prove or negate how good of a coach you are.
Right.
Sometimes you take a job that's just a fucking unattainable, unwinnable situation, and you put in some fucking structures, some
discipline.
you get coaches bigger jobs. That's when you really look down 10 years from now and say, damn, fucking that motherfucker was a good coach. He helped a lot of coaches. He helped mold a lot of men, but he took a bad Ball State program over. He had to do fucking XYZ. He had to build a locker room and a fucking this. He didn't have shit. 10 years, you're going to be like, damn, look what Creighton's doing at Eastern Michigan now. Now he has Max Crosby giving him a field. He's got fucking money coming in. Eastern Michigan's never won nothing. He's building this place, and they've given him the opportunity to continue to build it.
Yeah.
So now they even got the kid with the name going there.
Yeah.
So now they're getting social media publicity.
Omega.
They're getting all these things. So like this thing, I don't know enough about her in this thing, but it's ironic that it's the Bills who also started a gay flag football league, who also endorsed a colorful rainbow looking car. They've just done a bunch of different shit, and it's just ironic that out of nowhere you get a female. And that's why we brought it up. I don't know what her fellowship role is, if she's a preacher, priest, just a prayer service lady. I have no idea. But she's in coach's gear with a script. Now, I don't know if that's her fellowship script.
Probably so.
But I don't know why she'd be on the field doing that. Usually that's done like in a meeting. You know, fellowship's usually done with the team cool down, chilling.
Right.
Not in pads in a practice. So I don't know what the fellowship.
Maybe she's out there learning and she's trying to just learn and understand it.
Yeah,
I don't know.
But again, that's cross coaching. That's what Cisco's point is. Like, when are we going to
learning isn't cross coaching?
No, but that's the optic of that is a coach to me.
JB, we gotta change our ways, bro. Like he just said, evolve or die. Or what was it saying?
Adapt or die.
Adapt or die, bro. This is the new landscape now. Like pretty soon you're gonna have a trans man out there coaching,
and y'all can have it. That's my point. I'm not adapting.
I'm
gonna die living in my house.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I don't see that happen.
You don't see that happening?
Only
you don't see a trans man being out there coaching?
Only because
it's sooner than you think.
Only because of the locker room, though.
They don't matter. It's adapt or die.
The NASA guy just came out as gay, and everybody had to accept
adapt or die or get sued.
To me, gay and trans is two totally different situations.
Yeah,
people been gay for a long time. People gay in the locker room, whether they came out or not, you knew what it was. To me, I just don't see players taking. I'm just being respectful. A trans coach around these men,
a non-binary coach.
I just don't see that.
A non-binary coach.
I just don't see players. Really,
you can't even call them. So you don't know. Exactly. So non-binary, you have to call them mixed.
You're telling any.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right.
Everything you're saying is why I'm telling you I don't see it happening.
But I hope you're right.
The locker room is still a very unique. Football locker room is not like the world.
No, it's not.
It's its own. It's like our own separate government, our own separate rules, our own separate language. How we talk.
Is it unplugging something?
I don't know, JB. I haven't moved.
Are you pulling it from the thing right here?
I'm not touching it from the thing.
Sometimes you wiggle. Yeah, sometimes the bottom.
I know, but
push the button and push it in. Yeah.
Type and talk on it real quick.
Yo.
Shows it comes out. It's like, oh, you can't.
I'm barely even moving. We good, baby. We good. We good.
Pulling it right there.
I'm not touching it.
So she said.
Right here. All right. Well, listen. I don't know if you've looked, but our defensive secretary of defense in the government is fucking trans.
Oh, I'm telling you, and you can't have coaches that are trans. Man.
It's happening, Smitty. It's happening in front of our very eyes.
Your priest is gonna be trans.
Yeah, look how many government officials that we have defending the supposedly best country in the world as all these made up weak. Dude,
I'm moving to El Salvador.
Smitty, here's the thing. I'll say on this. I'll say this one. I want to bring this up, Smitty, real quick.
President Bukele.
Back in the day, to your point, I think there was a lot of gays in the closet in the NFL. And I knew some when I was playing. They didn't want to come out, though, because they would be canceled for the reason. Now we'd be canceled on the other side.
Right.
To say you're gay, now it's getting canceled. back in the day to say you were gay coming out, you would get canceled.
I don't think you should be canceled either way.
Okay, especially in a football locker room.
Right.
Right. Now, though, you have to accept it or you're going to be canceled. That before, you had no way, you were never going to come out and say, I'm gay, I'm in the NFL. There's no fucking way. Now, though, they're making you force it on you and say you have to do it. You have to take it. Carl Nassib came out and did it, and look what happened. Like, everyone had to come out and say, you know what, we accept it. We're fine with our brother, Carl Nassib. Yeah. But I talked to Cats personally, like, fuck, homie, we can't be ourselves in the locker room. That's real shit. I ain't gonna say no names.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, though. Like, you have to accept it or you're getting canceled. Again, this is what you see these groomers doing every day to our babies and our kids. They're forcing it on you now where, listen, like you said, I don't give a fuck what your orientation is. Do you? But when you force it on us is the issue. I don't force it straight onto a gay person. Right. Why am I having to take your fucking forceful, made-up human shit onto me and my babies and kids and groomers and titties out with a dick, walking a fucking 2-year-old down a Hooters aisle the other day? What the fuck are we doing?
I think 99.9% of people are like us, where we don't care.
Right.
We don't. Like, but why do you need special attention? Like, you want to bring the attention to yourself.
The minority controls the majority.
And then, ever since social media and having an online president became a thing, the weak got control.
The weak got control.
The weak got control. And now the weak run the corporations that control everything. So they cancel you because they call it toxic masculinity to have an opinion and to be like, we're not being aggressive. We're just stating our opinion.
It's funny you say that, because what you just said is, when you and I grew up, we grew up as Democrats.
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, we all did.
We all grew up as Democrats because we were middle class, broke.
Yeah,
it had nothing to do with it. We looked at Republicans and knew Republicans had the money. Democrats were broke. We were struggling, but we were like the real ones. Now it seems like the Republicans are more of the real ones. The Democrats are the old Republicans.
Yes,
like they're the ones with the money now controlling.
Well, because I think because we're older though, JB. It's always been that way.
But it has changed though.
Because
my mom had to switch. She was like,
a lot of people assume Mexicans are left.
But see, growing up, we were right.
Mexicans have more, or Latinos in general have more in common with the right. Family values, Christian family values, the family. That's what Latinos, a lot of Latinos are about. But now, see, JB, that's the thing where I disagree with you about, like you talk about, I don't want to get married and all that. Well, if you're a conservative, then you believe in the family.
Stop right there.
You believe in being married and having a family.
We peg hole everybody though. Like, if you're right wing, you have to be this abortion way.
Everything right. You got it's like you right. You got to believe everything about it. If you I'm not on. That's what I say. I'm not on neither side. There's certain shit both sides say that I think kind of makes sense.
I consider myself.
I'm a Christian liberal. I'm married.
I think I'm a conservative liberal. I consider myself like a conservative liberal. Like, I believe the freedoms for everybody.
I consider myself a black white. The fuck is a conservative liberal?
Well, I mean, there's conservative liberals.
Black, white.
I believe that. I believe a lot of people. I believe people should have the choice to do whatever they want to do with their life. It's your life. I'm not gonna run it, but I believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe in certain moral values and stuff.
Right.
You shouldn't have. You shouldn't have sexuality being taught in schools. You shouldn't have a pride flag up on the wall because if you put up a hetero flag, now it's toxic masculinity. Take it down. If it's gonna be equal for everybody or just for a certain group of people.
When we say though, I think
if we put up a black power flag up there, would that be accepted?
They have an issue.
Would they have an issue?
I think they would have an issue. Yes.
If we put a Redskins flag up there,
exactly.
Take it down.
So what you're saying is keep it. If you're going,
and that's not even sexual,
right? I know, but you're saying any group.
And what's wrong with black power?
Right.
What's wrong with that?
What's wrong with the Mexican flag? What's wrong with
Well, you shouldn't, because this is America. I have a Mexican flag in my home, but I don't think a Mexican flag should be in my school. This is America. The United States of America. They don't have American flags in Mexican classrooms.
That's what we're doing now.
Right,
Palestinian, Israeli shit going on in this country, and I'm like, fuck.
Worry about America.
Home. Worry about our home.
I get mad. Like I know people that in soccer, right? They root for Mexico, and that's fine. I root for Mexico.
Yeah, a lot of Catholic.
But I root for the U.S. I also root. I'll never root for the U.S. You fucking live here. What do you mean you'll never root for the U.S.?
Right.
Yeah, I get it.
I root for the U.S.
I'm with you. Like,
But who else you gonna root for?
Hey, but you force a Pride Month on us for 30 days when you have the short.
I liked all your days. All the holidays, federal holidays.
Crazy. Yeah,
Why do they have 1,000 days? Black folks get a day. Cinco de Mayo, by the way, you guys got one day.
But why do we have a day in a country that's not Mexico?
How about Father's Day? Who made the gay people? They actually scored.
I would be fine with
They have one day.
I would be fine with a American Southwest Day, like this used to be Mexico or whatever. But hey, man, I mean, we can't go back and change.
We're not taking away Cinco de Mayo, bro. I love Cinco de Mayo for other
But that's
reasons.
not even Independence Day. Independence Day, September 16th.
This was America, bro. This was the free of the home of the brave.
You know what Cinco de Mayo is, right?
The death of the
they beat the French in the Battle of Puebla.
But in America, we do it. It's another reason for us to go get drunk and eat food. I'm gonna be real with you. That's all. That's what holidays are.
It's like St. Patrick's Day.
St. Patrick's Day.
Like we're all Irish.
Like, so, but that's my point.
Go drink beers and eat.
This is America.
Hey,
we allow everybody to have a day.
So if they have
why do gays have fucking 150 days?
So if they have an LGBTQ day, would you be that day? LGBTQ?
Fuck no. That's what I'm saying, though.
But JB,
my point, Smitty, hold up, and I'll cut you off. My point is, we get to choose what days you want to celebrate, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's my point.
So why? So that's why the shit. I agree with you. It's like, why you got a month, but like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah. I don't even see the shit.
Nobody should have a month.
I don't know what days they have. I didn't even know they have a month because like I don't see the shit. I don't know what they're doing. Nothing. The only thing I ever see is the one parade, and that's it. Other than that, I have personally haven't seen anything else any day. I don't know what today is.
Okay.
I don't know. So I'm saying like it don't like.
But let me ask you.
I don't feel like they're shoving that piece of it down my throat. I don't even see
I don't think anybody should have a day or a month. I think you should have a Black Pride Day whenever the hell you feel like being black and proud, which is every day. But if you want to have one this Sunday, then you have it. It doesn't have to be in February. Do it in the middle of July. Do it in August. Do it in September. Do it whenever you want to do it.
Morgan Freeman came out and said, I hate having the Black Pride Month.
Yeah.
Or Black History Month. He goes, we shouldn't have
to celebrate. So only in February you feel proud? No way, dude. You should feel proud every day.
Yeah, but I mean, true. But like, I mean, we celebrate shit here. So whether it's
unless you're gonna give me a day off of work, it should not be a holiday.
But unless it's a paid day off, homie. Like the day after the Super Bowl is the most missed day of work in the country.
Yeah,
that's fact.
100%.
Why is it not fucking Pride Month? Why is it not Black History? Why is it not Cinco de Mayo? Why is it not St. Patrick's Day? Why is it not Veterans fucking Day that this country should be celebrating the cats that helped this country? Why is it not any of those days? Like unless it's all paid, then I don't think we should fucking even talk about it. We get Juneteenth off now.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then guess what we have? We have fucking 100 murders. We got fucking.
But that's not
all this drama.
That's not the full. That's not everywhere. That's not the full story. There's more. There's less of that.
No.
Than what we're thinking. That's what we highlight.
It was designed though for a celebration.
Right. Of course.
Now we fucking took that celebration and we took it for granted, just like we took St. Patrick's Day. Just like we took Veterans Day, 4th of July. 4th of July, there's more murders and deaths
that's what I'm saying.
from fireworks.
Right.
We took these days and we fucking take them for granted. And that's what the problem is, in my opinion. You make up these days and then you have the excuse now to fuck something up. I'm just like, hold up, dog.
Well, as Americans, I don't think we look at these holidays for what they are were made for. I think we look at them as a reason.
But how long can we claim ignorance?
No, it's not about
ignorance. I'm not saying you are.
No. I know what you're saying.
In general, how long?
I'm saying people don't. It's not about ignorance. They just don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, it's 4th of July. Who's on the grill? What we eating? What we cooking?
I can't stand 4th of July, bro.
It's Juneteenth. What we cooking?
But what I'm saying
it's Christmas. I'm saying like as Americans, we're not as passionate behind holidays as probably as we should be.
But
Christmas is supposed to be celebration of Jesus' birthday. We don't really be real.
No, we don't.
People just open gifts.
Yeah.
No, nobody. Made a point though. You said like, I don't think we really care. We just go look for a day to celebrate, blah, blah, blah. It's the same thing when I bring up all the time. Like, I don't think until you have a kid, you'll understand this. Until you pay mortgage, you'll understand this. I think there's a difference in growth experience as you get older and your shit starts to say, fuck, man, I shouldn't have took it for granted and actually should have paid attention because now it's too late. I can't put the fucking paste back in the tube. And I think we claim ignorance on a lot of things because, and maybe not ignorance, maybe it's just what's the
not
term?
Caring, I think.
No, what's the term though? Like when you claim you know how you get a pass once in a while? How many times you going to claim that shit, though, before it's like, hold up, you knew.
Right.
Motherfucker, you knew. You chose to ignore it.
Right.
You chose to ignore the real face value issues out here. And then 30 years later, you're like, fuck, I'm paying for that shit. How many times we say we're paying for something we did in fucking 89?
Exactly. Yeah. All the time.
Saying,
all
like,
the time. Hey, Halloween got taken away. That used to be for kids, bro. Now it's whole coming out.
Now you can't go out. You gotta check your candy because there's poison in it for kids. Like
nails
all
and
shit,
shit,
man.
nails.
And it's an excuse for women to dress like prostitutes.
That too. And now the mask. The irony is New York and California are the two biggest mask states. Oh, gotta wear a mask. Now they want the mask taken off because they're robbing everybody in fucking Times Square. Come on, man. It's fucking crazy. I thought it was 6 foot rule, homie. Fucking ignorant, dog. Let's talk about this.
So this is why women shouldn't be coaching in football.
We've been all over the place last time.
hey, by the way, I just want to give a disclaimer. Cisco was in the neighborhood. He came through. He asked if we were here. I said, yeah, come through, man. We haven't had a real live-in guest. We're going to have Freeway Rick Ross come in live once we get these things figured out and this show better.
Shit, why would you have me here? You have Freeway Ricky
so
Ross.
Cisco came in and was he's like our fucking, our what is it called?
Homeboy.
Comedic.
Now, what do you call it? A goat? Our scapegoat?
The goat?
No,
Thank you.
Scapegoat.
Your comedic.
Our sacrificial lamb. We're a sacrificial lamb to get our first person.
Thank you.
First person in there. Bailey moved some shit around for Smitty, so let's dive into it. In about 2 minutes, we're gonna take a commercial break. Cisco and I are gonna do a superset of 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups.
No, you gotta go run that mile. You remember Nadu called you out, saying run the mile straight.
And I don't need to prove something that I know I can do.
But you're a prideful man, and you're someone who likes to prove people wrong. You tell me that all the time. So prove them wrong today.
Dog, I'm 48. And let's just
put money up,
homie. Put money up. I'll do it.
It's a new 28.
I'm not gonna go run a mile, Cisco, no more to prove to you my dick's bigger than you, motherfucker. I know my dick's bigger. All right, let's go. Russell Wilson, seen boxing. Smitty, dive into it.
Russell Wilson, man, hey, he's looking like he's looking good. Looks in his shape. He's looking strong. He's looking ready.
He looked kind of out of shape to me. Go ahead. I saw him run at UCLA. I don't know if you know he's here at UCLA. We got a picture of what he looks like, man.
He's right there.
It's right there.
It's right there on the screen.
Right above
the TV.
Right above my head.
Pay attention.
Horrible.
Who's the guy next to him?
He's
fighting Crawford. Trainer. Is he training Crawford?
I'm just
boxing trainer.
Good job, Bailey.
Oh, that's Russell.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he looks horrible, don't he?
Nah, for a quarterback, he
for a quarterback. He looks 57.
Quarterback, it's not a DB.
You know, people shit on Russell Wilson.
You look horrible.
Hey, people shit on Russell Wilson, but how many would trade careers with that guy?
Come on now.
I don't know. Now. I'm the biggest
but people shit on him like on social media and everything. I'm like, the guy won a Super Bowl, but he had a great defense. Name a quarterback that didn't have a great defense. You did Tom Brady.
We just brought it up the other day.
Yeah, like all those guys had great defenses. Phil Simms, Jeff Hostetler. You know, all those guys had great
Every championship team, any sport, had a great team.
Yeah. In any sport. You don't win. Name me a champion with a shitty team.
It don't make sense. Two things can't be
true. He
true.
looked a little weird to me though. Like I'd rather have like the Tom Brady, Aaron Rodgers look where you're just
racist.
Where you're just kind of slim and not muscular. He's got a different.
He's black, bro. I'm not trying to be funny. As black players, we're just more defined than y'all. Respectful. I'm not trying to be funny. We literally are. Like, look at the black quarterback. We're just built different.
I think the way the light hits your skin.
For real. We look different. Of course. No, I hate motherfuckers. Motherfuckers love grabbing a handful of examples to prove a point. I'm saying for the majority of us. Fucking Dak, Lamar, Russ, Cam. See, like we just built a little different. That's all I'm saying. It's okay.
But let's talk about we're talking quarterback.
Yeah,
not general.
I just listen to quarterback.
In general, brothers are much more.
We look way better now. Yeah,
you know that's racist to say that. You know it's racist to say that.
Quarterback though.
Yes.
This is the quarterback where this delivery is affected by everything.
He's dual threat though.
Lat muscle, shoulder, all that shit. He has I've never seen him look like that. I'm just gonna tell you. And I've seen him in person. He hasn't looked like that in my opinion.
You seen him in person with his shirt off?
I've seen a lot.
At a pool party?
No, motherfucker at practice. When he was at Wisconsin, when he was with Seattle.
He's 18 years old.
Man, you always want to talk, motherfucker. I'm telling you chronologically. When he was at Wisconsin in a bowl game versus Oregon. Then as he went to Seattle, got to see him again. I went up to see Pete Carroll at practice several times with Coach Ward. I got to see him in person in meetings. He doesn't look like that. These are the young problem. These motherfuckers will tell the person that actually saw it. He's wrong. That's these young motherfuckers.
I didn't say you was wrong.
God
I didn't say you was wrong. I asked you that you seen him with his shirt off. You said yeah.
Yes,
you said plenty of times, many
I've
times.
seen him in locker rooms. You want to be funny with that gay shit.
You want that
gay shit. That's that young
you want
gay
Pause.
shit.
Did I say pause?
You want him to say
Did I
it?
say pause?
To say it with the jacuzzi? Hey, we were in the sauna.
Smitty on that young gay pause shit. You ain't gotta say pause around me.
I didn't say pause,
I
brother.
know where the fuck I saw him at. I've seen him several times. He's never looked like that.
But I think it's a good
Now
thing.
tell me I'm
so
wrong,
what does that
motherfucker.
tell you?
Tell me I'm wrong that you've seen him more than
Chat, have I told him at all he was wrong? He's spazzing out, losing his
Yeah, you
mind.
did.
I have not seen he was wrong.
Can we find any
But
old?
why
Hey,
this shit,
can
baby?
you find
No,
any
we
old
bet
pictures?
$1,000 right now and not see he was
fuck all
wrong.
that.
Bet $1,000 right now.
These condescending motherfuckers always want to have a smart ass remark and then act like they didn't particularly say exactly the fucking remark. That motherfucker started already with that
Hey,
gay
fuck
laugh
that.
and
Don't
shit.
put me in the
And
middle
now
of
he wanna
this
say he
shit.
didn't say it. He knows what he
My
said.
thing Cisco was
You know
this.
what he
My
said.
thing is this Cisco
You
was
know
this.
what you said. Shit. You know what you meant, motherfucker.
So you never seen him like
You
that?
know what
Cool.
you meant,
What does that mean then, JB?
You know what you
But
meant.
what does that mean? You
Stop.
never seen him like that. What does that mean?
It
That means I'm having a good year, bad year. What does that mean?
No, but you know,
I'm not saying any of that.
I'm
I'm
asking
saying
you,
is
quarterback
he
guru.
looks aging.
Okay.
Other than,
I'm
I'm not
asking.
even talking muscular. I'm not even talking. He looks like he has gotten tremendously old in that picture right there.
Yep.
Yeah.
And just it seems like a year. I
think he looks great, bro. I mean, I'm saying
hear you.
to
How
take
old-
the
how old
pound,
is he?
to take
I
the
agree.
pounding, to take the pounding.
He's spitballing. How old is he? 38? He's not 40 yet, right?
36.
Is he that old?
I think. Nah.
Everybody gets 36.
I'm gonna
What
say
you got?
33.
33. What you got? Hold on, because how does Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers is literally 40, right?
40, about to be 41.
41.
Him and LeBron are about a year apart.
36 then.
I think 36.
Isn't he older than that?
It seems like he's been in the
He
league
was the first
forever.
grad transfer.
Yeah, that was a long time
NC
ago.
State to Wisconsin.
I was like high school.
He's 35.
Smitty wasn't even born.
Say he's 35.
Aaron's 41.
Can we confirm he's 35? Turns 36
Baby girl
in November.
Baby girl said he got a nice body, so it's confirmed.
I think he looks great. I'm telling you, a guy at this stage of his career needs to put some muscle on because he's going to get hurt, and he keeps getting
He's
hurt.
35. He's 35.
I was close.
Bailey said, "Here's the thing. Like,
I was hella close.
I don't think he looks like shitty for a human. I'm saying
For a
he's
quarterback.
changed from quarterback to where your quarterback's, peak optimal performance body.
Right.
To me, doesn't look like that. Now, is he doing something different this year because he's in Pittsburgh and they're going to do some different shit and he was told something? That's what we don't.
He's doing boxing. That's what he's doing different. He's
I
doing
think he looks a
boxing.
little
Is he gonna
slimmer.
run more? Is
Right.
he going to run RPO and triple?
Right.
We don't know. So I'm saying, all I'm saying is his body looks completely different.
2 years ago, I thought he was a little fat, honestly.
He
In
was
Denver.
fat.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
Remember?
okay,
That's what I'm
that's what I'm
saying.
saying.
But that's why you see a little bit of
little
even though it's muscular,
leftover, like
titties a little. You see the little hangover.
Pecs, man, pecs.
That's what I'm saying. But men have titties. I got little titties still.
yeah, he got titties.
Unless I get, I want to get rid of these shit. Right now, they're kind of getting solid though, Smitty. Why you bullshit?
What you been doing?
But see, I can't even shake them no more. They're kind of getting so solid.
Damn, what you been doing push-ups? What you been doing?
I'm losing weight. I'm on them hoes.
Jazz said you look slim. Said you look good.
Yeah.
But we gotta go downstairs and put this money in the meter for they tow our cars.
8 o'clock.
Yes,
we
we
have so
do.
much fun with our real first guest in.
Shout to Cisco.
Hey,
Fiesta,
give us
Fiesta,
5 or
Fiesta.
6. We'll be back.
Don't.
Cisco's here for the rest of the show. We got a lot of shit going on. Left on the show, Smitty. I don't know. We're going to talk about Tua not getting paid. We're going to dive into that and make it make sense because why is everybody else getting fucking paid?
Ooh,
I'm not a Tua guy, but shit, isn't everybody? How about mental midget Kyler Murray dominating Micah Parsons in chess and the Kansas City Chiefs and Hallmark making a fucking Christmas movie about a Chiefs love story. Holy shit, the Swifties are powerful. Let me just tell you. We'll be back in 5 minutes or so.
Probably 10.
Peace. What time did we start the show 4 years ago? What time are we doing it? How long? 4 years ago? I don't know. It's pandemic. It was. It was before COVID, homie. What do you mean? COVID had shit yet, homie.
Hey, look at that.
That's
my Ball State.
That motherfucker head was loose.
Hey, look. In climbing.
Hey, real shit, I got to see the picture here. Let's go.
That was a cat picture. That was a cat picture. I got mine. It's Ball State. What's going on? Y'all just made me a Big Smitty, man. We got JB in the building. My man Spree. Roy in behind the 1 and 2 with the camera. And welcome to the Coach JB Show, Big Smitty live in the fucking cigar lounge. What you doing, JB? What you got going on?
Drinks, cause I'm like a bitch in this motherfucker.
JB ain't got no AEs, y'all. He been talking about this all week. I got all the lows and all the AEs. There ain't not an AE in here. Come on now.
It's been on swole. I can't wear this color shirt. You know what I'm saying? My man blows to be out there on it.
Big Smitty, Trail,
Shit.
JB. I lived the wrong end, y'all. We turned up, y'all. It's all good. Players fuck up. I lit the wrong, I cut the wrong side.
Ah, damn, this motherfucker's drunk already.
I just smoked other cigars. I've never done this before. I'm
nervous.
I don't know why this shit ain't hit.
Nervous.
Wow.
No, take that off. Cause you don't smoke it that way. Throw that out.
I can't wait till the cigar. These bitches.
Man, I gotta stop 3,000 cigars for this motherfucker. I'm the guy that has to do everything around the motherfucker. I'm carrying the whole fucking squad.
I got it right now. I like this side though, JB.
Yeah. Yeah.
50K against the big boy. Everybody stop playing with me. I don't smoke like that though. Everybody know that. Yeah, my mother smoking cigar.
I ain't married, homie. Hold up, let me make this. I am not married. You are.
How you gonna leave her on me?
Cause I'm not married.
You fuck everything.
Yeah, you do.
Short, S tier, motherfucking D.
Short, fat, everything. Tall. Short, fat, skinny, and tall. I fuck them all. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you did get hot before, JB, on accident.
That happened.
That's what
I know with you. Yeah. We share the story of everybody.
Everything with him.
We share the story, please, about the.
I mean, I'm trying to take this motherfucker to his house, and for 3 hours, we could not make a right turn. So we kept making a left-hand turn on everything.
It's only like 3 hours, but it's at least like 30 minutes.
Right.
So,
it's a long time.
Motherfucker, all we can do is laugh, homie.
Smitty, I'm gonna tell you right now, his front door was where that TV is.
Right.
And this is the street. And you're in the right side passenger.
Yeah.
I'm right here. I'm driving where he is.
One-way street.
You're street. Alright? He's me, you're him.
Yeah.
That's his
I
door.
knew you.
That's his door.
One-way street.
Right here.
It's a one-way street.
Right.
We driving right here.
Yeah.
We do not stop to get out and go in that door. He kept going and making a left and getting out on the main street and kept going all the way around the block.
Y'all saw the house.
Saw the house. His door's right there.
He couldn't see me stop after he motherfucker kept hitting.
Y'all never stopped the switch and you driving to the
He
hill.
couldn't drive, homie, so he looked at me, I looked at him, his motherfucking eyes, his blood top red, and his head started falling back on the seat. He couldn't even hold his motherfucking head up.
I wouldn't hire you to the motherfucker said.
Yeah.
He said,
no, first of all, we ate 2 gallons of Baskin Robbins, homie.
No.
Gallons.
At first, we had the chocolate chip cookies.
That's what we
dropped this girl off at work. She had a bag of chocolate chip cookies. We don't smoke.
Dropped off at work.
I'm like, man, you know I love chocolate chip cookies, don't I? Man, give me that shit. That shit ain't gonna do nothing.
Pretty tell me that I only fucked the strippers, I think, at one point.
Yeah.
My baby mama.
Can't be fucking with a lot of bad bitches. I ain't gonna even front on that shit.
That was 30, 40 years ago.
He's still, yeah.
Here, this is the infamous one of the palm trees at Ash 8.
Can't fucking believe you. See this fucking belt? You see it? Who just eats a whole fucking palm tree, man? You guys are fucking shitting me. Just fucking unearthed the motherfucker. Ate the whole fucking thing. Like, who eats a whole fucking popsicle? Like, you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? Now, let's check now. Who did it? I'm gonna look at the fucking camera. Who fucking did it? Sit down.
Sit down. Sit. Sit down. Now, do we understand each other? Excuse me. There is no more fucking up palm trees. I'm tired of spending all this money, and now I've created a whole fucking barricade for you. So I don't want to have to dig this bitch out. I'm fucking dead. I'm old, my back hurts, I'm fucking stiff as a porn dick. Come here, sit down. Sit down. Boy, if you don't sit your ass down, now, you come over here with me. Come on. Here's what I had to do to fucking stop you. And I got a better, beautiful, bigger tree. So now we are shitting in tall grass. Replanted it, bitch. Soiled it up. Put a little trellis in here. Put a bunch of fucking stones. Look like Stonehenge around this bitch. And now, Ash, are you gonna fucking try to dig this bitch out? Are you gonna do this? Are you gonna do this again? So I had to. Ash, remember this? Remember you ate this? Did you do this? He ate once. I put this little moat around it. And just a sitting area. Come over here. We got the flat stick basketball court and driving range. So if I ever want to pull out the big dog, that's our net. All we do is just slap down our driving range, you know. Bam, swing away. And that's where we swing into the net. Jimmy crack corn on this hoop. And here's my RV parking where I park the whips. Let's take you out and show you a few. Out these double gates, I'll show you a few cars. Come on out. So right here, of course, is the bad boy. The last year they made this Cadillac EXT, one of a kind. Can't find these anywhere. And then you come out here, you got the 650i, BMW rag top, 500 to the rear, white interior. You know, can't beat it. This is my baby though, my truck. Full sound, custom sound system in both. Top notch, only as I do. And obviously, this is my crib. Oops. All right, that's JB's Cribs. Appreciate you jumping by, coming by. Listen, it's time to go. Now take your asses and get the hell out of here. I'm about to go cook some slapstick tri-tip. It's been a pleasure. Now go home. Peace. Get to look down on the property. That'll do it. Real close JB's Cribs. Peace. We're in the building. Smitty almost had a sugar attack, or actually low blood sugar attack. So
do you have low blood sugar?
We had to give him some crackers.
Oh, I was gonna say.
I got high blood pressure now.
Do you?
Yeah.
Shit.
So we're gonna give
La chicharrones or what? Chicharrones.
You don't know what that is.
¿No sabes lo que son chicharrones, güey?
I know they are.
You don't know what that is.
With the hot sauce on?
Yeah, he don't know what that it is. All right, we got our first live guest in here, man. We're trying to get this thing kinked out, worked out, whatever you want to call it.
Go to the rundown. What we got next, JB? We ain't got to explain on these people. Fuck it. We got on the rundown.
Well, empty your mouth, motherfucker, first, so we can hear you. Talk about this right here.
NFL, the Miami Dolphins, word on the street, is not willing to pay Tua Tagovailoa a contract that's $50 million plus per year.
All right, real quick. Cisco, I don't know about you, I defend Danny Dimes all the time. He got paid. The jury's out on Trevor Lawrence.
How much did Danny Dimes get?
Like 160.
But per year, per season.
41 or something.
41? Yeah,
like
Tua got to get 50, man.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Trevor Lawrence, jury's out. He got paid.
$275, I think, for Trevor.
For how many years?
Allen is about to be the next paid. CJ Stroud will be the next paid. Jordan Love will be the next paid. Who all these guys are getting the bag. Is Tua supposed to just by default get the bag? Is the question I have, Smitty, because everyone else is getting the bag. And his numbers wise. Well, then you compare him to any of those guys where you just talked about Trevor Lawrence, Daniel Dimes, any one of those guys that's gotten paid. His numbers are right there. Now, Shaun King and I break him down all the time. We don't believe he's that guy. He lacks arm strength. He lacks accuracy. He lacks mobility.
He's pretty accurate.
In today's world, he's not the athlete sitting back there that I think, have come to expect by these big-time guys getting this money. Even Daniel Dimes, who we can all argue about, he's at least can run and make plays. He cannot. Tua is a sitting duck in there. Would you pay him? I guess it's a question to you.
That's a tricky question.
Because his wideout wise, think about it.
Jalen Waddle, Tyreek Hill.
Think about his core of guys are
OBJ
better
now.
than, you can almost argue, are better than any of those other guys that have been paid. Definitely better than fucking Daniel Dimes' stat crew.
For sure on that side.
And Justin Fields and all these other guys that we've moved around.
Justin Fields, they never got paid. But
what I'm saying is the guys that we've just
like thrown
away. This guy has probably the best wideout core of all of them. And he has a pretty fucking legit tight end. And he had a fucking, I think Mozart had led the league in touchdowns.
Yeah, but you gotta dish it out to these guys.
Is he worthy?
I think it's two conversations. Do I think he at face value, based upon his talent, do I think he's worth it? No. But based upon everything you said in your lead up, based upon what Trevor Lawrence got paid, Daniel Jones got paid, even Justin Herbert, who I'm high on, but from a production standpoint, hasn't done a lot when it comes to wins.
Okay, so
I think Tua should get paid because of what the market is getting paid.
Okay, here's the question.
I don't trust Tua long term, so it's like a twofold situation.
Here's the question: would somebody else give him $50 million?
I wouldn't.
If he's a free agent, would he get it though? I'm just saying, would somebody be desperate? Would a team be desperate enough to give him $50 million?
I believe so.
Because if you think nobody's going to give him $50 million, why should you give him $50 million?
Exactly. It's a game of leverage, right? It's a game of leverage. But I honestly believe that there's teams out there who just need a quarterback who like, man, fuck it. We'll roll the dice and we'll go. The position is so valuable, so important. It's literally a matter of good and shit. Like if you don't have a quarterback, you're bad. Point blank. I don't care how good your team is. If you don't have a QB, you have a bad team. If you have a solid quarterback, you have a chance. And that's how it is in the NFL. So because of the position value itself, I think another team would pay him that money. Again, do I think he's worth it based upon what he's already done? No, but he's earned it more than Trevor Lawrence.
What's the common denominator between Daniel Dimes, who got paid, Trevor Lawrence, who got paid, and Tua, who's not gotten paid? What do those two have that he doesn't?
They're white.
Playoff win.
They're white.
Playoff win. Let's just keep it real. Tua doesn't have a playoff win. Those other two, Daniel Dimes, you can talk all you want, has a playoff win. So does Trevor Lawrence.
Shout out to Saquon Barkley.
Trevor Lawrence, you can argue, came back from basically replace Herbert in this discussion, because if Herbert would have held on to the lead and won that game, we'd be talking about Herbert in another delight probably, because he would have a playoff win. I just don't know if you can pay a guy that's a lefty in this current right-handed league who throws fucking moonshot after moonshot and relies on the deep ball to Tyreek and Waddle, and everything else other than that is a now screen, smoke screen, and bubble screen. Let's just be real. If you break him down, there's a reason his percentage is good. His yards and yak yard is way up there with Mahomes. He has those weapons. He replaced Mahomes' weapon and got him and led the league. I mean, Tyreek Hill is going to get open. Get him the rock. How many balls have I seen him underthrow guys? is astronomical compared to other guys. If you look and really break his film down, that's why I say he's inaccurate. A lot of people think he's accurate because you see this ball on time on this intermediate route, Cisco, and you say, oh, he's on time. No, he's not. He's on time on a fucking in route, wide open.
Well, I've seen the Dolphins from watching film, what they've done, they run a lot of deep comebacks.
Right.
For him.
And he can't throw them. If you notice, the ball is flutters out there.
Well, those are the ones he
And it
completes,
loses
though.
No, I know. You know why?
Because he
though?
can't go deep.
That's a smart thing for the coordinator because you run so many deep routes and you're selling the top all day. Guess what? Run comeback all fucking day long.
But they run
belling.
deep comebacks.
They're belling.
Yeah.
Get them belling. Turn their hips. I'm going to come back now. Fuck, he better throw that shit. All you got to do is throw it to a spot. Low and down and outside. Like, that is the only two things you really see him throw.
Now, does Tua have better players around him than Lawrence? Or I know Danny Dimes, he does.
I think he does.
Obviously, Danny Dimes. But
I think he has
he had Gesicki, the tight end. He was good, too.
Yeah, Gesicki's gone, I think.
He's gone now, but he had him.
I'm just saying, I think he's top 2 or 3 in the league as far as tandems.
Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill is up there.
Running back?
One of the best tandems.
No, with the running back. I'm talking about the whole offense. I'm talking about the O-line, the running back, everything. I think is up there. It's top 3 or 4.
But the offense only goes
I got Bengals.
As far as your QB, though, too, though.
As far as wideout tandems.
I know. The Eagles with A.J. Brown and Smitty out there. You got to throw him out there.
The Niners with Ayuk and Debo.
Ayuk and Debo
and McCaffrey at running back.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's other people for sure, but I don't know, man. It's a tough situation. We talked about this before. The quarterback position gets paid.
It's because there has to be criteria. I think there has to be criteria. There has to be criteria has to be set up to say this is what you deserve based on these like
X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, like you achieve this, you achieve this, and that. I mean,
but that's tough though, because like going based off of that, we know numbers don't tell the full.
But it should be a minimum. Like
even winning don't tell the full story, honestly.
So you said if you say every quarterback in NFL is going to make $30 million, okay, you're going to make $30 million coming in, rookie, whatever. But if you reach, these statistics, these levels,
whatever.
then you get this much more, this much more, and this much more.
It's basically incentive based right now, though.
It should. Well,
it already is.
But if they're giving you $50 million, is that guaranteed?
Well, it depends. There's a signing bonus, and then there's a contract extension possibility. There's a rookie deal.
There's like if you're all pro, you'll get this. If you go to Super Bowl, you get this.
I think that should be for every position.
But for the most part, contracts are like JB said, they are incentive based.
But here's the question I want to ask you: was Brian Flores right about Tua this whole fucking time? Was he exiled out of there because he's been right this whole time? As we bashed Brian Flores when he called the owner out and he did all this shit in Miami as he left, and he basically was blackballed as well because of this good old boy network. Let's just be real. Where was he right this whole time?
I mean, he ain't wrong. I mean, when you ask if he's right, I need to be more specific. There was a lot that went down, like when he left.
Remember, he didn't want Tua.
Right.
He was like the proponent of like, nah, this motherfucker ain't that guy. And everybody thought he was like, remember? Everybody was
I remember that.
Nah,
I remember that.
What do you mean? He's
but then he also like he accused them of like basically telling them to tank. It was a lot. Like it was a lot that went down. So
he's right again because he's like they wanted to tank for getting motherfuckers, and he was like, nah, Tua's not even the guy to tank for. Like as far as getting talent around him, why should we tank to help this guy? Tua's not that guy to build this thing around. You want to get this. You want to go get a real dude. And there was dudes in the draft that he wanted to get the next year. They were like, nah, Tua's our guy. So when Tua was forced down your throat as an owner, what are you going to do?
I feel like the story's not finished yet, really. You know what I'm saying? To like say he was right all along. I don't know yet. I mean, last year, they won 10, 11 games with Tua. Pretty damn good. This year, I think they're in prime position to win the division with the Bills, being uncertain, losing Stephon Diggs and Gabe as well, wide out. We don't really know how the offense is going to look. The Patriots are full-blown rebuild mode. Now, the Jets is obviously the team that we're like, okay, if Aaron Rodgers can stay healthy, it should be, to me, the Jets and the Miami Dolphins kind of competing for that division. But in terms of just a team that's been together for a few years and structured, I think the Dolphins should be the favorites to win that division. So I think the story's not told yet. It's not finished yet, in my opinion.
Bailey, can you find, is there like a highest paid graphic on quarterbacks right now? Is there maybe somebody did a highest paid top 10 or something like that as far as quarterbacks that are highest paid. If there's a graphic out there or something, if there is, if you can find it. Here's the thing I got. Like all these quarterbacks we're talking about, I want to go through the list. I would love to play this fucking game with you guys in live right now because I'm going to go through this list and really say what happens if Daniel Dimes absolutely hits the rock bottom shitter this year, as y'all say on this show often. He's the shitty, blah, blah, blah. If he absolutely just is fucking atrocious as y'all predict, at what point do we go down this list and say, fuck, we overpaid this guy? We overpaid. What if Trevor Lawrence just absolutely hits fucking rock bottom? Kyler Murray absolutely doesn't get out. He cannot get back to where he was a few years ago.
Deshaun Watson, bro.
Deshaun Watson, to Sean King's point, can't get out of his own way. What if Deshaun Watson is just a mental block? He's a fucking stressed out person because of whatever else is off the field. He can't get back right, Smitty. Where are you at? I would love to go down this list and just look at all these QBs that have been paid. Like, look at that shit, dog. Like, so, yeah, make it big real quick. We'll cut out Cisco for
It's all right.
Look at that shit right there, dog.
Jared
so Burrow's
Goff.
been to a Super Bowl.
He'll be fine.
Jared
Goff has been to Super Bowl and just went to NFC Championship.
So he's not being paid for going to that Super Bowl. He's getting paid for a new.
Sure, he went to the
know what I'm
NFC
saying?
Championship last year.
So, okay.
Lamar Jackson was in the AFC Championship last year. Jalen Hurts been to Super Bowl. So I'm not really worried about anything you're saying right now because we have too many examples of these quarterbacks playing.
You're not answering my question. At what point do these guys not earn that money right there? And in the next year, next 2 years, they're like,
So Tua deserves to be on this list?
Horrible, Smitty. He's just gone shitty downhill the last couple of years since the book's been out on him. And JB said year 3 he was going to struggle, which he did last year. And then now this year 4 he's even worse. Year 5 he's even worse. And now Caps is talking about trading Jalen Hurts. I'm just saying, I'm forecasting.
Yeah.
When do you say, fuck, man, we got to stop paying these motherfuckers?
Well, yeah, if everybody starts to play bad, then
But
I think that will naturally lower the market.
Yeah, I'm not saying everybody, but I'm just go ahead, pull it back up, Bailey Big.
Josh Allen's not in there.
He's next up. That's why. That's my point.
Dak is next up.
Bailey, make it big again.
Next up.
Okay, is there another list or no? So okay, that's just top 6. So okay, there you go. So you got Kirk Cousins in there, who really, to be honest, hasn't done shit.
He always gets paid.
I don't know.
Deshaun
Watson.
It was a lot of work season.
Murray, Deshaun Watson, Josh Allen's right now, but he will be, I'm sure, probably number 1. Stafford, who's won a Super Bowl.
Dak's gonna reset the market.
Mahomes not
Daniel
even
Jones, who's won 1 playoff game, versus Stafford, who played in Detroit his whole career, and then goes and wins a Super Bowl, is making the same money that Daniel Jones is making.
Mahomes should be at the top of that list.
That's where I have a problem, Smitty. I defend Daniel Jones, but I'm not going to defend him to the point that he deserves the same money as fucking Matthew Stafford and Dak Prescott and fucking Josh Allen.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way I'm defending that. I'm not going to be stupid.
Yeah.
There's a lot of those guys, though. That's why I bring up these guys. There's no way that Kyler Murray should be getting paid more money than Matthew fucking Stafford, Josh Allen, and Dak Prescott. There's no fucking way, in my opinion. Now,
yeah,
Jalen Hurts either. He's like a flash in the pants. What if Jalen Hurts, like I said, just goes rock bottom and doesn't do shit? What are the owners and GMs going to do, I'm saying, going forward? That is why I said 2 years ago, there's going to be a separate salary cap because that is their protective buffer. So when it does go south and the quarterback market becomes shitty, like I've predicted, and we're overpaying, the protective buffer is we're going to have a separate salary cap so we don't look as bad as we do by overpaying Kyler Murray, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, fucking Jalen Hurts, Daniel Dimes, all these guys that could be bust, really, because they haven't really won shit. Burrow's been, Goff's been, Stafford's won. Lamar hasn't been yet. Deshaun hasn't been really close since the Texans won playoff win.
Yeah.
Mahomes is the top.
Yeah.
He's got 3. He deserves the money. Like, there's no.
Yeah.
I'm wondering when this happens and you're starting to say, oh, fuck, man. Is that another reason to create another salary cap? I'm just telling you. Because you know these owners and GMs aren't going to want to look stupid eventually and say, everyone's going to be like, oh, you paid fucking Daniel Jones fucking that money let's just say in 4 years and this motherfucker's not even in the league.
What if Russell Wilson wins the Super Bowl this year with the Steelers?
He was top 5 in stats last year, and everyone's bitching about Russell Wilson. He was top 5 in all stats last year.
It could happen in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, it could definitely. I mean, Pittsburgh has been winning games without a quarterback.
Pittsburgh's one of those teams that always, like, you count them out, and then you're like,
Always right there in the mix.
They're in the championship game.
Always in the mix, 100%. I mean, JB, you make a good point. I just think the problem is right now, like I said, a lot of quarterbacks don't quote unquote deserve to be paid the same as another quarterback, as a Burrow, as a Allen, as some of these top dogs.
Okay, segue
but
that. Then answer this. Then while you're talking about that,
yeah,
are contracts of this proportion killing the sport?
No, I don't think it's killing the sport. I think that the thing that's hurting the sport has been rule change. That's a whole nother conversation. No, I don't think the contracts. I mean, the market has always went up every single year for like a long ass time.
I think you can answer that question better after this year, though.
You're bankrupting the fans, bro.
Yeah,
you're bankrupting the fans because people are
support life, blood life.
People are buying
tickets, can't afford it.
Putting them on credit cards. Having to file bankruptcy on that damn credit card. Because you wanted to go see your team play dude, it's expensive as hell, bro.
But that's just life. Life's expensive,
but still,
tickets for everything is going up.
But the fans go away. How do you pay the players now?
They're not going away.
It's not fans no more.
They're not going. The fans ain't going away.
Tank Johnson's proved it. It's corporate sponsors that are filling the stands now. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not Cisco, JB, and Smitty no more with our fucking kids.
No,
it's not. I went to 2 Dodger games this year and 2 Padre games this year. It's not. You look it in there and like, fuck. I don't even. There's half the stands are empty because that used to be Smitty, Cisco, and JB's family. It's no longer there. They can't afford it, and the sponsors bought those seats, but they're not going to the game. They're in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
They're in New York. They bought the tickets, bought the seats, so you can't buy them. You can't sit there. There's I'm just talking baseball. Nobody's going to baseball games. I'm just telling you right now.
Yeah.
But the money's still at an all-time
football
clip.
games are packed still.
But they're packed because of a lot of corporate sponsors, and the stadiums are not as fucking big.
Well,
So
maybe that's what it is.
No,
I've been to
stadiums
football
are
games
big.
and I look at big. I go to football games and I see a lot of regular fans around me yelling, fighting, arguing, cheering. So I don't know. I baseball, I can't argue baseball.
Let me prove it. Let me say the Raiders Stadium for a flag football league game, Pro Bowl, was packed to capacity. You can't sell me and tell me that you and everyone wanted to go see a flag football game by professionals and pay to go see it. That was sponsorship, paid, bought, and attended, dog. There's no way. Nobody I knew watched the game. You're going to go to the game?
I didn't watch
the
that.
NFL market is the best marketing. They have the best marketers, the best marketability. NFL is king of the crop. That's why the Pro Bowl that plays flag sells out still. You can't tell me that our homies and everybody in here is going to the fucking flag football Pro Bowl and selling it out. Like, this is a huge issue. Tank Johnson broke it down. Tank Johnson had Roger Goodell on and called him out, and that's why him and Roger Goodell have an issue right now. Tank used to be on the player fucking committee. The CEO, the CBA. This guy is saying that this has been a problem for years. We just now are realizing it, and they're pushing the normal cat out because this is a corporate sponsored deal. Because at the end of the day, when the economy is going bad like it is, and we can't buy, they still want the optical illusion that it's full, and it's going to be full. That's why they're going more out of the country to Brazil, to London, to these places, because it's a less factor, because we don't know if we'll fill that stadium this week, because we don't know if all the corporate sponsors are. So guess what? We'll play out of the country as much as possible. Mexico City, Brazil. And if it's not full,
it's a lot of money in Mexico City.
And if it's not
a lot
full,
of money.
So what? It's not our stadium. It's not our Eagles stadium. It's not our 49ers stadium. I'm just telling you, this is from inside shit.
But a lot of people are posting that the games are sold out. You're saying sold out, but how many tickets actually sold?
And go to the game and
Check
see how many
actually
seats are
sold.
empty.
Yeah, the arenas are full, the stadiums are full, but how many tickets are actually sold? Look, I know this being in the comedy game. You go to a comedy show and they say, oh, the comedy show was sold out. How many tickets were actually sold? There are not many comedians that sell out events. A lot of the rooms are papered because the venue gets money for the alcohol. Why do you think there's a 2-drink minimum?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how the venue makes their money.
Right.
The comedian,
those are usually pre-bought. Huh?
Yeah. They don't care if you give away the tickets.
And Smitty,
I hear you. I just don't. I mean, again, I'm not. What you guys are
Parking
saying makes
money,
perfect sense.
Parking money, concessions.
I go to NFL games every year. At least I try to make 1 or 2.
Do you
every
pay?
Year. Yeah, I pay.
You pay?
I pay 100.
Okay, because you go
and I go and I've tailgated.
Could you pay to go to 8 of them?
A lot of fucking. Probably not 8 of them. Nah,
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But I
used to go.
I also know fans who buy like fucking season ticket holders.
When the Rams were in Anaheim, when I was a kid, I used to go to. I was a teenager and I'd buy my own tickets and I'd go to the game.
Right.
A teenager can't do that anymore.
But I just think that's just with time though. Like that was you
But
were a
that-
teenager. Let's be
But that's
30
what I'm
years
saying.
ago.
No, that's what I'm
like,
saying. Though, but
shit
that's what
gonna
we're
go
saying.
up though. That's just
I got you.
inflation.
No,
That's what
I'm saying.
stuff has went up with in my lifetime. So I was a kid to now. So
okay,
that's
but
just part
can a
of it.
teenager do that now?
Their parents can pay for it.
But like I'm saying, I used to go to like 6 games. I used to go to 6 games.
Can't pay for it. You saying shit that's
Dude,
not true.
I'm
homie.
not talking about the people in the hood. Maybe people in the
No, I'm
hood
not
can,
talking
but there's
about
a lot
hood.
of people who
hood.
didn't grow up like us, JB, who got a little bit of money
No, I
and can
get
go
you.
to get. You know what I'm saying? Like
But those ain't who's
our
going to
experiences ain't the whole fucking LA.
But those aren't
Right.
the people that go to the Raiders games. That's not.
I'm
the
talking about rounds of Charles. I'm not in
But
Vegas,
I'm saying
so I
that's
don't know.
not
Yeah.
the fan base. You can't sell out.
Jen,
a
you
Ram.
stop it.
You can't stop. You can't sell out a Ram game right now. You could.
They sell it out because the other fans, because
the Chargers,
the other fans come
Steelers,
in.
Right.
Cowboys,
Right.
and this is the biggest
And people-
Steeler fan base in the country.
I
is
know.
California.
I know. I see
People,
it.
people,
But they're regardless. You guys should prove my point. The tickets are getting sold. Whether it's to the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Niners fans, the whoever fans, the tickets are getting sold. You go to a Rams game and they're playing against the Pittsburgh Steelers. It's fucking black and yellow everywhere. It's loud as fuck. They playing the Niners. It's loud as fuck. Like I'm seeing it. So that's all I'm saying. I'm not saying you guys are wrong.
But-
I'm just saying I don't think it's as bad yet. At least
Again,
is what you
though,
guys are
this
saying.
is why I have come back full circle and
How much was a beer at the Dodger game?
$23.
$23 a beer.
That's insane.
No, I might be wrong. I think it's $26 a beer because the vodka.
No, I think it was like 23.
$43 for a vodka tonic.
Because a Sprite is like $17, $15
Yeah,
for like
I'm
a
pretty sure you can buy
a bottle for $43.
No, because remember they sell the beers in 2-packs.
Yeah.
I want to say it was $56.
I remember, yeah. It's expensive.
Go back full circle though on this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what I was going to say. I was going to go back full circle, but the thing I have to say is like if we go back to this whole fucking thing with corporate sponsors and tickets and all the shit, it goes back to why I say you need to have a salary cap separator. Because the big market cities are losing a Patrick Queen to another place. And if you have small market cities like Cleveland, for instance, even though it's a big city, but their market is not.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say, for instance, you lose Dak Prescott to Cleveland. It's not good for the NFL because you can't pay all the roster spots. Let's exclude the quarterback. Let's say Tank Dell next signing period. He's the biggest receiver on the market. He goes to Cleveland.
Right.
Okay. That's not good for the NFL. And you're going to have that. Tyreek Hill goes from Miami. Let's just say he goes to fucking
Panthers.
Carolina.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Not good for the NFL. That's why they're going to have to separate the salary cap, in my opinion. But it goes back to your point. These big cities are the corporate sponsor go-gets. New York, LA, these schools. That's why you don't see LA Rams everywhere when you go. Your point was Pittsburgh Steelers, black and yellow. That's a small market town. The Yinzers, who are all probably steel mill fucking generational family. Green Bay.
Colts at home.
Green Bay, Colts.
Great fan base.
These are smaller cities on a bigger scale, media market-wise and size-wise.
Yeah.
And that is why I think it's going to bite them in the ass when they don't separate the salary cap, because guys will leave LA and go to Indianapolis, go to Green Bay, go to one of these smaller towns, and now they're going to be like, fuck, nobody's watching Nobody's watching Tank Dell in Cleveland.
Yeah.
They'll watch him in Houston. They'll watch him in LA. They'll watch him. I think it's going to kill the NFL in the next 10 years. I'm just telling you. I'm just throwing it out.
Those small market teams do well because there's nothing else in town to compete with.
Right.
Like people always rank on LA. We got, honestly, look, man, it's not just because I'm from LA. We got so many things you can do. And we got so many places you can go watch the game for far and get more bang for your buck.
Right.
Like it's gotten to the point where look at the TVs we have now, bro. It looks like you're there.
I feel you.
You get a better look. You could go drink some alcohol.
But two things can be true, Cisco. Everything you're saying is absolutely right. There's a lot to do here. But because of that, the fan base out here is wishy-washy. It's not the same.
Well, we didn't have an NFL team for 20 years.
True.
We didn't have an NFL team for 20 years. Look, if the Raiders would have been here, that would have been the largest fan base. Like, people love the Raiders. But LA didn't want the Raiders here.
Right.
Straight up. You think LA wanted the Raiders here?
LA?
Yeah.
When they were in the Coliseum?
No, now remember they were supposed to get a stadium with the Chargers.
They wanted the Raiders first.
You think they wanted the Raiders?
Yeah, because they had them in the Coliseum when they went to Oakland and they left.
So why didn't the Rams pair up with the Raiders?
That's what it should have been. That's what we thought it was going to be.
That-
And the Chargers should have never. San Diego needs to have a team, bro. San Diego's a big enough city to have.
And San Diego, they actually support the Chargers. LA don't support the Chargers.
No, they didn't support
San
the
Diego
Chargers. That's why they left.
But here's what's cool.
San Diego didn't support the
That's
Chargers.
why they left.
Well, it was a stadium thing, and it was it was Spanish.
And the Chargers would play at home in San Diego. There'd be more Raider fans than Charger fans.
Nah, but here's the cool part. There'd be more Steeler fans.
And I like the Chargers.
The
Don't get me
Chargers
wrong.
came out.
I like
Smitty.
the
I
Chargers.
don't know when you got here, but they were playing at the fucking
Home Depot Center.
I was going over there
Center.
covering
like
games.
4
Yeah,
names. They got 4 different names. Dignity
It
Health.
was, it was another
Park
name
now.
when I was covering them.
StubHub.
StubHub Center. Yeah.
No, it's Dignity Health Park.
Dignity
now.
Health, yeah.
So look, when they were there though, and they play a Steeler, that place only holds, I think, 30, maybe.
Yeah.
It's a soccer place, soccer field. High school games used to be there. You can't sit here and tell me that you were gonna go support the Chargers at Home Depot Center in the NFL, and nobody from the Chargers fan base was there. It was all Steelers, Cowboys, whoever they were playing. And now, though, you said the Chargers, nobody's supporting the Chargers. Homie, you go to a Charger, are you go to a Ram game? It's all Charger fans. The Rams have the least support in this city of anyone, in my opinion.
The Chargers have done a good job outreach in the community. They're giving money like to high school teams and
Smitty,
promoting their brand.
I remember the Rams played the Super Bowl here, and there wasn't like a lot of Rams fans like it should have been.
Hey, but hold on, though. The Rams won a Super Bowl and had 37 motherfuckers at the parade.
37.
LA don't give a fuck, man.
37 is wild.
I would find that hard pressed if the
Los
Chargers
Angeles is a
won
melting
Super Bowl.
pot city, bro. Los Angeles is a melting pot city.
Right.
People come here to be seen. Like, this is why you go to the event. Nobody's even watching the event. Everybody's with their phone out.
Yeah.
Nobody's even enjoying the moment anymore. We're not living in the present anymore, bro. You're at a Super Bowl and you got your phone out.
Yeah.
Trying to record that. Come on, you could record it on the TV later, man.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, enjoy the moment. Nobody enjoys the moment anymore.
Okay, let's break this down so I can break this down for the novice fan out here.
Moving to college, man, NCAA approves any staff member to provide technical and tactical instruction to athletes. In other words, unlimited coaching staffs have now been approved at the NCAA Division I level. JB,
Cisco,
man.
go ahead, Cisco.
Cisco, one of y'all the coaches, man.
So is
Jump
that
in.
because of, remember, who was the one that was hired as an advisor, or what was he?
Kingsbury.
Kingsbury. Is it, you think that's the Kingsbury rule?
Well, Smitty and I talked about it. I was breaking it down to him and Bailey last night on a conversation. I want to ask you, you're dealing with these D1 coaches right now. You deal with football coaches right now recruiting your kids. So I want to break down this whole thing because I don't think the novice person out here really realizes.
You better not send the fellowship coach to recruit my kid, man.
Well,
it better be a coordinator or somebody. Come on,
that's
man.
a great point, though. That's
or
what
position.
That's kind of the point that I'm making. So everybody out there, I'm going to break this whole thing down really quickly for you all and try to be as vanilla as I possibly can real quick. There used to be 9 coaches that were allowed to go on the road to recruit. The on-the-road recruiting coaches, that amount was the same coaches that were allowed to go on the road are the same coaches that were paid coaches on staff who could legitimately instruct, construct, illustrate, show example, demonstrate, teach on the field, coach on the field, coach in a meeting room, etc., etc. Okay? So if there were 9 coaches on the road recruiting, those were the same 9 coaches that were allowed to coach hands-on, teach in meeting rooms, exactly the same. 2 years ago, they added a coach and made it 10. Okay? They made it 10 coaches. So now 10 coaches can go on the road, and the same 10 coaches are the paid coaches on staff. Then they started adding analysts. We've always had grad assistants who are non-paid, usually paying, or a scholarship sort of deal on a grad assistant who is trying to get their degree, and they're basically getting your coffee, your donuts for the head coach, or they're writing up cards, they're drawing up playbooks. GAs are doing all the grunt work that you see, all the pretty social media things, overlays and edits and all that, GAs and all that. Then they added social media people, Photoshop folks. They added all these different people. Well, now Alabama, USC started to get up around 90 staff.
Damn.
Nick Saban had 96 coaches we're going to call them coaches.
96.
96 staff. 96
No
staff.
way.
96 staff.
Staff members.
So
Not say
96
coaches, yeah.
staff was at Alabama.
Is a grounds crew considered part of that?
No.
I was gonna say,
This is just straight up analytics. Analysts, GAs. You have all these quality. Now they added quality control years ago. Then you started adding recruiting coordinators on campus, high school relations. They made up a million fucking
tutors.
Things.
That's where you bring the women in.
Exactly. so here's the reason. Here is the reason why I want to break this down. I don't believe you can pay over 10 coaches. I don't believe that's going to change, Smitty. I think the 10's going to stay. What they're saying is now anyone on staff could actually hands-on tell Cisco, hey, drop back on a film, be it on national TV like Cliff Kingsbury. Cliff Kingsbury was not part of the 10 last year. And Zach Smith and I made a video about it and said that's fucking illegal. He was coaching Caleb Williams directly on fucking national television. I made a huge video about it. I'm like, this motherfucker's illegal. Why is that not being talked about? Well, it became a deal. Then Warren Sapp was hired at Colorado as a what? GA.
Right.
Analyst at first, though. They changed it to GA because he got caught on all their social media shit coaching.
Right.
He wasn't allowed to coach. You're only allowed to have 10 coaches actually instruct. So I believe what's happening is that the coaches and everyone's starting to bitch and say, you know what? Everyone's doing it. It's just like the whole fucking still in the signs shit at Michigan.
Right.
Everyone's doing it. Let's just open up the floodgates.
Always.
Everyone's doing the communication. Why did communications now become legal this year? First time in college football, we're going to have fucking telecommunications in the ear. Because of the Michigan fucking thing. So Harbaugh was the scapegoat. Just like the JB rule at Cabrillo. Now it's legal.
Right.
Think about all this shit. This is another fucking way that the big dogs eat. Cliff Kingsbury was caught. Lincoln Riley and USC's a blue blood.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about they're not going to do shit but slap him on the hand. Michigan stole signs. Really? So did everybody else. Slap him on the hand.
Who hasn't stole signs?
Now telecommunications is legal. Now fucking more than 10 coaches is legal all of a sudden. It's all bullshit, dog. And they all know it. And they can't control it. So they're going to say, fuck it.
And honestly, JB, I don't really think it changes much, though. Like, I don't think this is going to change.
Well, it all comes down to the
But
10.
there's coaches there's schools that can afford more coaches and schools that can't.
Nobody's going to be able to pay 90 staff.
Is
Nobody.
San Jose
Right.
State going to be able to pay 90?
Well, not only 90. Let's say 20. Are you going to allow? Here's where it's going to get real great. Are you allowing any swinging dick to go represent your staff in a house visit?
It don't make sense. Nah, you need to have some people who know what they're doing.
So if
right.
I'm going to have a GA that I just hired that can't even draw a card yet, and hey, dog, you're part of the staff. I need you to flop on a fucking flight and go to Miami and recruit this 5-star kid.
Right.
This motherfucker gonna walk in there like a whore in church.
And is the kid gonna sign?
What's your academics? What do you guys do? How do you break down? What quarters coverage you roll? Just get the donuts. Like, come on, we can't just throw everybody out on the road. So, like, how many? I still believe 10 will be the cutoff.
Right.
And then I don't believe you'll allow more than 10.
Which
on the
is
road.
why I'm saying I don't think it's gonna be too much of a change.
Smitty,
Though, to your point. To your point.
No, the change is going to be how many are they going to allow to be paid and on the road, and how many are really going to be.
If the assistant recruited you, would you have signed?
No, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know how to motivate me. I don't know you. You're not really even like.
And
my
that's my
coach.
point. Like, when are they? When until we know what the number is, because let's be honest, no school in America. I don't care if you're A&M, we talked about earlier, Ohio State or whatever. Nobody is going to be able to pay or want to pay 20 coaches, 500 plus.
It's not even
at
worth
a Power
it,
5. Like, nobody's going to pay a 21-year-old wet behind the ear GA.
Yeah.
Now, because he's a full-time coach and he can coach my QB. Nobody's going to pay him $500K though,
right,
to go out and do all the shit. Anybody can maybe talk to you now, and that's only because Cliff Kingsbury got caught on the field last year coaching Caleb Williams. They changed the
100%.
rule. But let's just be honest. I don't believe that they're going to change it over 10 on the road. And that's going to be what's actually paid on a full staff. Everybody else is going to continue what they do. I just think now you don't get caught wearing a vest, a orange hat,
Right.
holding a card, coaching the cue, telling them what the play is,
and that's it.
I think
Well, everything y'all been
But
doing.
do it under the rug.
I think this is going to enable coaches to bring their friend in and give them, pay them some money, give them a job. I think that's what that's going to allow.
Well, it doesn't allow you to hire more. It's just telling you that the current staff, everybody on it, can actually coach you without having any restrictions.
Oh, you can't pay more. Oh, so you can't
add more.
You can't pay more.
No, you're not paying them.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. The rule haven't come out. And who can? Who's going to pay a 50 fucking...
The schools with money.
Nah, they're not going to steal that.
But that wouldn't be worth it to JB's point. It's like, I'm going to pay you $650,000 just to go on the road, and you don't even know too much about like what we do here. Like, there's only so many coaches who can coach the players. Like, there's only so many D-line coaches a D-line group can have. Like, I'm gonna have 5 coaches all telling me shit. Like, that don't even make sense. There has to be some sort of culture involved and some sort of direction that we're in. And if you have too many coaches in any one position group with all the ability and access to just coach me up, then you're not coached up at that point. You know what I'm saying? There's almost too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak.
So we're talking about coaching and recruiting.
It's all together.
Everything.
You're only allowed to have 10 right now.
But I'm saying now you're saying it's unlimited now.
No, that's what I'm not. I'm saying anyone on your staff right now.
Yeah.
So let's say they have 30 staff. They got 4 quality controls. They have 4 analysts. They got 8 GAs, whatever. They can coach you now. And
fuck
before, only 10 coaches that were paid to coach you.
Nah,
there's no addition to nobody. There's no money.
Undermining is going to be at an all-time high, brother.
That's my point.
The undermining is going to be at an all-time high. Yeah. Now, don't worry, Smitty. Don't worry, coach. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Don't worry about it.
Right.
You do you.
You do you. Right.
Oh, that's how you.
That's the issue.
There's
no addition. You got to confuse. There's no adding or money or play. It's 10 coaches are allowed on the road now. 10 can coach. Now they're saying the GAs, the quality control, the analysts can now coach you and not be reprimanded for doing so. Cliff Kingsbury was not a part of the 10 last year. He got caught on national TV coaching Caleb Williams, and everybody's like, wait up, you're not a part of the 10. You're not a coordinator. You're not a coach. You're an analyst. So you can't coach them. Well, now they're lifting that rule so people don't get in trouble.
But that's what I meant. See, you said earlier, who's going to hire a guy? They brought Kingsbury in. He wasn't getting paid?
No, he was an analyst.
He wasn't getting paid.
He was an analyst.
But you don't think he got paid?
He had $30 million from the fucking Cardinals, bro. It's not like Cisco they hired. It wasn't like Cisco from fucking Lawndale came over to be a fucking assistant. I'm saying they didn't need to pay him. That was a coaching deal where, hey, dog, come on over. You can keep your name relevant. Come be an analyst for me for a year.
Didn't you get a job?
Yeah. Well, I heard things, and I said it on this show. I thought Cliff was about to be the head coach of USC. It was a done deal. If Lincoln got the Raider job. Lincoln didn't get the Raider job, so Cliff couldn't get the head job. Cliff wasn't going to stay as a coordinator anymore at the college level, so then he went to the Washington whatever. So that's my point. He was coaching because that was going to be the next head coach, and that's why you saw him on the fucking field coaching Caleb Williams. And like people don't want to believe all that. That's fine, but I'm saying that is what was going to happen. Antonio kept that job. Like I said, he fought that job. I'm glad he got it. I was hoping he got it. And that's what it is. So it is what it is. Who knows?
Next up, man, I know we got about 10 minutes left. I saw Bailey, you brought up our next topic. Kyler Murray, who was JB's one of his favorite players in the NFL. Fun video online. He said he beat Michael Parsons in chess. Let's see this video real quick, Bailey.
No, I'm not good. Get your ass over there.
Yeah, you can't play the music.
What's going on with all this shit anyway? All these guys across meeting up, like CJ and Justin are like over in Istanbul.
Are they doing like a podcast or something? Or I've been seeing Micah everywhere.
Well, they're all everywhere. CJ's been like everywhere.
Yeah.
And then these guys are doing like all kind of different shit. I don't know.
I mean, it's their all season. They just enjoying themselves, making.
But where are they all at? Like, where are they going? Is it like out abroad or here or where?
They're with Bobby Fischer.
Bobby Fischer. We got the fucking. Where is all this?
It takes a smart cat to be, good at chess, man.
Hell yeah.
Shout out to Kyler Murray, man, for going out there doing this thing. It looks like maybe it's a chess tournament out there. Multiple players. They're just focusing on Kyler and Mike.
Why is this a story? They're playing fucking chess.
I don't know.
It's not even a full story. It's social media. They're just showing some of these
There's
guys. CJ Stroud, Stephon Diggs getting that work in.
But I don't know how old this is. I think this is old because CJ and Justin Fields are together right now over in like some fucking like Saudi Arabia or something.
Well, they were in France in that video, so who knows, man? These cats got big money.
France?
Yeah, that's what I said at the bottom. So these kids, you know,
So
these cats
France
making big money everywhere.
They go to France to throw. Fuck it.
Well, they got the best quarterback coaches over there. Or what?
You got it. You got it. You know,
Frankfurt Galaxy or what?
Yeah,
That's Germany.
They probably had like
Germany.
a fashion show out there, and they just wanted to get some work in while they're out there. So they just, you know, you gonna work wherever you at. Listen, man, there's no real story behind that. It's more so just, you know, listen, I'm excited for NFL season to get here so we can stop, you know, guessing about what these players are going to do, who deserves what, who earned what, who's going to do this, that, and third, because the film never lies. The eye in the sky don't lie. It says right here, right in front of us. And I just can't wait till we actually see these cats back on the football field doing what they do best. That's where I'm at. So
you're never going to see Micah Parsons nail Kyler Murray. No, he's going to touch him and say,
he couldn't do it. He couldn't do it if he wanted to.
it has
nothing to do with that, Cisco. The rules don't allow quarterbacks to be touched.
Man, I miss the days when teams hated each other, man. That made the game more interesting. Like seriously, like in every sport.
Jersey swap era.
In every sport, bro. Like in baseball, when benches would clear, Giants, Dodgers. Remember that the benches would clear.
Benches still clear.
Jack Clark and Pedro Guerrero going at it. You know what I mean? Like
benches still clear every now and then.
Dude, Kermit Washington,
Ozzie Smith in the head. Now we've changed jerseys and shit.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, this is.
I don't think cats hate each other to the extent.
Hockey, they still fight.
To where y'all thought, you know what I'm saying? Baseball, they still clear benches sometimes.
Let's dive into this fucking queendom, Smitty.
Last topic here: Kansas City Chiefs and Hallmark are making a Christmas movie, a Chiefs love story.
Who are you marketing this shit to?
Hey, Smitty even saying it, homie. He can't even say it right. Like he's so like distraught about it. Like he's just like. You hear his voice?
How I say it?
Here's how you said it. This motherfucker Smitty here's how he said it. Let's talk about the last topic of the day. Kansas City Chiefs and Hallmark making Christmas movie about a Chiefs love story. JB, Cisco, where you at with it? Like, this motherfucker can't even say it. He don't even want to say it. Like, why are we talking about this shit?
Are you going to watch it, JB? That's the real question.
Fuck no, I'm not watching. I'm not watching any of that shit with the queendoms involved. By the way, Bailey, I don't know if you can find this real quick as we end the show. There is a last 20-year record for all NFL franchises. The New England Patriots are number one with the least amount of losses over the last 20 years.
The coach is not too far away, if you noticed that.
I didn't notice, but all I did notice was
yeah, of course,
the Chiefs were rather high. And it's crazy how Cisco started to show off earlier about talking about these fan bases, how have they matriculated into being these fan bases. I remember the Buffalo Bills so-called mafia was actually the real mafia, getting their fucking ass ran through and never had a fucking fan base after they lost 4 Super Bowls. I don't remember a fucking fan base in Buffalo until Josh Allen and the Mafia, supposedly. Yeah. I don't remember a Chiefs fan base, Smitty, and I actually was there in OTAs several years and don't remember a fucking fan base. And that's when they had Priest Holmes was the Rookie of the Year. Larry Johnson got drafted from Penn State on my team. Trent Green was there with me. Brian Greasy was there. Chad Henne. I don't remember any of these fan base people that are all of a sudden kingdoms. I don't remember any of these fan bases, Smitty.
I think in Kansas City, you always had the fan base.
It's crazy how we're now looking at these fan bases, and now all of a sudden, I've been a ride or die Colts fan. No, you haven't, motherfucker. Shut up. When Peyton Manning left to Denver, you became a Denver Bronco fan, motherfucker.
Who?
Not you. I'm saying.
Andrew Luck got drafted right after that. Are you kidding me? 11-5, 11-5, 11-5.
You know how many Colts fans left to follow Peyton Manning?
Not a lot of them. That's
bullshit.
So fucking, you don't know. Or the fucking. I was in the city, motherfucker, homie. I ain't even gonna cuss, homie.
You know every fan base that bought a ticket.
Yes. Now. Fact check me.
He knows every fan that bought a ticket.
You from Compton? You made that very clear earlier.
He wants to say facts so bad that he knows every season ticket holder.
A couple of years ago, everybody was a Golden State Warriors fan. Where are they at now?
Exactly. No Warriors fan. No Warriors fans.
still there.
How about?
There's no loyalty to teams anymore. Like they beat ride these players now.
Yeah.
Like I go wherever LeBron goes, or I go wherever Durant
that's my
goes.
point to Smitty. They
Or I go, what the hell is that? How you a dude? Look, man, the only when we were in high school, the only dude that wore another dude's jersey, or the person that wore another dude's jersey was his girlfriend and his mom.
Yep, exactly fucking right.
Y'all a little too
That's
gangster.
the only person.
Y'all a little too gangster. Like me, I'm a Kobe fan. You
No,
know Kobe inspired the fuck
I
out of
never wore
me.
a jersey, but me too.
I wore a jersey before. So am I soft now? Am I
No.
weak now?
I have a Kobe jersey. Alleged,
Of course you do.
Alleged,
Of course you do.
But, I mean, but you're gonna
Come
wear.
on, bro.
But are you gonna wear a current player's jersey?
I can't tell you who. I was a fan when he was currently playing. I didn't become a fan after he
But
passed
you were.
away.
I'm talking about you're young, not as a grown man. Like
I
me,
hear you.
Like what? If I walk around with an Austin Rivers jersey on, come on, man.
Why?
Freaking,
hey, out of all players though, why'd you use Austin Rivers as your example? You didn't use like an all-time
He's
great.
a
You
current
didn't use
player.
Mahomes.
That's what I'm saying,
You
though.
said Austin Rivers. Austin Rivers, who said basketball players could play.
You know,
in the
you know what I was gonna say?
I wanna be
Austin
clear.
Reeves.
Oh,
Me walking around with an Austin Reeves jersey.
Hey,
Like,
what happened?
come
What
on,
happened
man.
to the Laker fans though that left and goes over to the Clipper fans? That's like a fucking you should
Because they got a new stadium. Because they got a new arena.
Back in the day,
now you're a fan of the
get
Clippers.
smoked for thinking that you're a Clipper fan over a Lakers.
That's not cute, JB.
I'm just telling you. Now
Right.
you leave the Lakers and you're a Clipper fan. That's
I'm
like
a
not
life.
even,
Look,
that's not even
man.
acceptable.
You're a fan. You're a fan in the good times, bad times.
You a fan.
You when you're a fan, you know you're proud. Hey, that's my team. When they suck, you criticize them. You say, man, we made some
But you
bad
wore the jersey
decisions.
still.
And you still wore the.
You already had the
I'll wear a
flag in
Jack
your
Youngblood
car.
jersey.
You know the Hood Cats had the flag on the Lakers. On the
Yeah,
car. They had the fucking license plate.
Yeah, but you had a lot of bandwagons that would put the little flags on only during playoffs
Super
and shit.
Bowl.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Dodgers in the World Series, all of a sudden you see Dodger shit everywhere. It's like when they lose, you don't see Dodger shit anywhere. You see Angel shit. Like, hold on, motherfucker, Angels are in Anaheim. There's a whole see, the people don't really know the landscape.
I went to so the year that and the Angels have only won one World Series. The year they won the World Series, I went opening day because cheap tickets were 2 for 1. My cousin was an Angels fan. I said, hey, let's go to the Indians. Let's go. They were playing the Indians. I still remember. I remember they lost like 5-0. Bartolo Colon was pitching for the Indians. Shut them out. And we left the stadium going, man, the stadium wasn't even sold out. Tickets were 2 for 1 on opening day. And we were like, man, the Angels are going to suck again. And they ended up winning the World Series. And then all of a sudden, you couldn't get tickets to the Angel game.
Right.
Same thing with the LA Kings. The LA Kings never won a Stanley Cup till 2011. Something like that. All of a sudden, dude, the year they won the Stanley Cup, I was getting tickets outside Staples. I was getting 4 tickets for me and my family for like $30
total.
Now you can't even get 1 ticket for $30. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it is here in Los Angeles, bro.
Hey, can we end the show real quick with just something that I want to bring up? Bailey, I don't know if you can find it. I think you sent it to me yesterday.
Austin Rivers.
I want you to get
crazy.
The video of the Tesla, this gray aluminum box that are just crashing at all-time high.
The truck?
I see them every day now. I saw one in my neighborhood yesterday.
Find the Cybertruck that just went up the hill and ran right into the house. I got to ask these two gentlemen on this show right now. First of all, anyone that drives an electric car, to me, I'm straight telling you, you're a pussy to your face.
And you're about to get taxed 30 cents a mile.
You're about to get taxed 30 cents a mile. Yeah, fuck
Yes.
yeah. Your
California wants to
California's
tax them because they're
government wants to
losing
tax
gas
you
tax
30
money.
cents a mile. I think you're a pussy if you drive an electrical car. Number one.
They're not going to sell any more gas cars after 2025 out here, right? 2026?
Who knows?
No, I saw it. Like, it's a real thing.
You got to change it.
I'm going to ride mopeds.
If you can't hear that fucking, I don't want it.
My fault. Keep going. I messed your whole flow up.
Nah, I just, first of all, I just think if you're an electric car guy, you're a pussy. I think electric cars are fucking dangerous. They have been since
What about
the
hybrid?
inception. Same shit, hybrid. Even, you know what else?
You're a puss. You're half of it.
Hey, I used to call flex fuel pussy. Hey, motherfucker, you got a flex fuel car? What the fuck is flex fuel?
If you do anything opposite of JB,
Look.
you're a pussy. You're soft. You're like
I'm just telling you,
anything opposite of JB.
I said, I think you're a pussy if you drive a car with a computer in it that can change the fucking
But that's
gas.
all the cars are going to be like.
Right.
that,
Number
JB.
one.
I mean,
Number two, you understand? There's a lot of your.
They're
like,
going to ban your car.
There's a lot of your players who
Are
you
they not
fuck with who got electric cars, so you can't.
Are they not all death boxes?
Jermaine got an electric. Would you?
No, he got a truck. Are they not? Are they not death boxes?
I don't know. I mean,
have you been seeing them?
Would you rather drive a smart car?
What's
That's
that?
gas.
What's that?
The little 2-seater.
Gay too.
oh, here it goes.
Come on, be real.
Hit the private chat.
Fuck, I can't control this shit.
You got that, B.
They're gonna try to find it. I think we sent it. It was put Tesla.
If we don't find it, the conversation is the conversation. There's Tesla trucks getting accidents all the time.
It's not just Tesla trucks. It's been going on.
Just the Tesla cars,
Yeah,
for
Tesla.
sure. I've seen them for sure.
And then you gotta charge that motherfucker. And then you gotta fucking go somewhere. And then no, Pat Perez hates his. He got one. Motherfucker's like,
So
fuck this thing. It's for the babysitter. Stop.
No.
No.
Pat has one.
He's a pussy, motherfucker.
All right.
He bought it for his baby.
He's gonna let you
I
have
don't
it
care
for
what the reason
Christmas.
was.
He's gonna give it to him for Christmas.
Right.
You gonna see JB pull it up.
Here's the cool part, though.
Hey, this shit ain't bad.
You know why Pat hates that motherfucker?
Why you hate
Because
it?
You got to keep it in city, or if you go, so let's say he tries to drive it to San Diego,
You lose charge.
but you got to stop for fucking 3 hours and charge, and then you can only go 80 more miles, and you got to recharge. Fuck that! I'm not charging up my
Yeah,
car.
I just
and
saw-
guess what? In the hood, you better not, motherfucker. Just stop on Crenshaw. Hey, hold up, homie! Don't jack me. I gotta charge my shit up real quick. Come on,
They do got to get a little better, a little bit more efficient with the charge. bro.
Fuck
It takes
that
too long.
It's like charging your phone. Hey man, can I plug
No,
my
that
shit
shit
in?
is that shit is iRobot. That shit is iRobot.
Can I?
Look at that shit right here. Look at this car. Look at that shit. It just fucking
A Cybertruck.
took off.
That's a
Can you make
Cybertruck.
it big, Bailey, real quick in the middle or no? If not, don't.
I just saw an interview though online about a guy was talking about that these are fake Teslas that there's actually a technology, a little box like this they could charge a whole car and make it run, and you don't even need to charge it.
What?
It would just take a battery to start it, and then the car would
It's like
go.
a portable. It's like a.
Look at that
It's a
shit.
little box that they're not.
Do you
They're
have
keeping
sound?
from
Is there
us.
sound?
Because now gas would be gone, oil would be gone, all that stuff. Those companies don't want it to be gone. They're making the money.
Yeah, the one I saw had sound, and all you hear is a motherfucker going woo, and then it hits the house, and all you hear is woo. Like I guess it just the motherfucker couldn't control it. It hit the thing, boom. So I don't know if you know, a shitload got recalled because the fucking gas pedal was getting stuck on some sort of
Something.
the floorboard.
Yeah,
the floorboard and the gas pedal wasn't made correctly to where it just went fluent. It's stuck.
How they miss that?
That's my point. So it sticks. So motherfucker driving and that shit stuck.
Right.
And the motherfucker catch was crashing
Man.
everywhere. Man, fuck these electrical cars.
The Cadillac is better than the Lincoln. Forget about it.
Look at Trail. Look at Trail. I love my Tesla. Got it wrapped in on. So based upon what your coach said about people with the Teslas, you know how your coach feel about you now, Trail. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Man, Cisco, you've been our first in-person guest, man. How was your experience? Give us a 30-second feeling of how
Great.
you
We had a
feel
good
right
time.
now.
Had a good time.
survey.
Good time,
Fill out
man.
the survey.
Got a good time, man.
We have a survey for you afterwards.
Yeah, man. We appreciate
so
you,
we can
man.
get it back to Governor Newsom.
Oh shit.
We appreciate the chat, all the
Census
fans,
Bureau.
all the real people in the
Bureau.
chat. Make sure if you're not a member, you become a member. You got some free hats going out to people at the end of the week, JB. Bucket
Friday, we're gonna
hats.
select 10, and these bucket hats right here, which are on CoachJBStore.com. You see Cisco's borrowing one today.
What?
He's gonna.
I gotta give it back.
You stole mine.
It's got 3 flowers on it
You
now.
stole mine.
Ghetto. He's got fresh flowers on there.
I wear 3 flowers for real.
Now you can have it. You're the first one at the 10. FA, you don't get the hat. You got to buy one, FA. So, anyone Smitty's homies has to buy it. My homies got to buy Smitty's fucking gear. So, anyway, hey,
They ain't
Cisco
bought
dropped
shit.
by in the hood, came through and chilled with us, man.
Woke my ass up early to be here, bro.
We'll have Freeway Rick on soon, Jalen Brunson, and Cam Newton. Those are all 3 guests coming up. We don't know exactly when, but they will be on the show once we figure out all our shit.
Don't make broken promises.
And those are I undersell, over deliver, and unlike
We're
you,
getting
who
Newsom on here.
oversells, under delivers. Make sure you drop that bar. I undersell, over deliver. You all oversell, under deliver.
You can't spell oversell, under deliver, or vice versa. At the end of the day, man, we appreciate
can't
y'all
spell
for
vice
joining the
versa.
show. Thank y'all for all the haters. JB about to go outside and run this mile for Jeff Nadu, who was in the chat earlier trolling you again.
Was he?
He was in the chat. He was talking shit. So you going to run this mile, JB? I'm going to film it now.
What'd Jeff say?
Right now. He said he's still banned and all this stuff. He wasn't talking shit. He said he's banned from the show. Well, exactly. So you not talking equals him being banned. So we about to run this mile right now outside in the hood. I'm going to film it. I'm going to send it to y'all, put it online, get your bucket hats. Be here tomorrow, live and in person. I'm going to leave a little early, got something to do. But we here, y'all. Coach JB Show, Big Smitty, babe, take us away. Peace.
Issues get pressed so fast you don't get sacked like bags and baggage. Smitty and Jason Brown, killed it, yeah, it's a rap. We what the game's been missing, we switched it and filled it.